लास्ट स्टॉप। भाई साहब, हमारे साथ वापस चलना है क्या?
ये 3 पुलिया सुना आपने?
3 पुलिया? आप वापस ही चल लो।
अरे आप यहाँ इतनी दूर हमारे लिए?
आपकी मेहनत कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँच रही है। मैं आपके एक साइन के लिए यहाँ नहीं आ सकता? हो गया आपका अकाउंट ओपन।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल।
धन्यवाद।
एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
बेटा,
हाँ जी।
ये अपडेट ऐप आया है।
ओके दबा दीजिए। इट्स टोटली सेफ।
थैंक यू बेटा। ये क्या बोलता है? फेस रिकॉग्निशन।
बहुत आसान है। फोन को देखिए, चेहरा घुमाइए, बस हो गया।
It's set my son.
गुजराती?
हाँ, सब गुजराती हो गया।
सब गुजराती हो गया। लैंग्वेज सेटिंग्स में जाइए।
बेटा,
हाँ जी।
किधर हो?
यहीं ऑफिस में।
रोहित,
अरे सर, मैं आ
तुम
जाता।
कितना अच्छा सिखाते हो। My son in London has given up.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
ইলেকট্রিসিটি বোর্ড হ্যালো,
পাওয়ার সাপ্লাইতে মেজর ফল্ট আছে।
বাহ, বাইরে সিকিউরিটি আর নিজের বাড়িতে এইসব কি গো?
दादा, बचा लिया आपने।
बेफिकर कोलकाता जाओ, इंटरव्यू अच्छा ही होगा।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
भाई जी को साथ लाया हूँ, आज सारे काम यूं हो जाने।
ये जमीन तो स्वर्गीय पिता के नाम है ना?
हाँ सर।
सिस्टर का एनओसी भूल गए?
नहीं भूले सर।
और माँ का एनओसी?
ये रहा सर।
और तहसीलदार का?
और एसडीएम सर का भी। और कुछ सर? भाई जी, एक लास्ट साइन रह गया है आपका। कंग्रेचुलेशंस, आपका कृषि लोन अप्रूव।
थैंक यू सर।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
बाय अमू। न्यूयॉर्क यूनिवर्सिटी में स्क्रीन राइटर बनना चाहती है। इट्स हर ड्रीम।
मॉर्निंग मैम।
हाँ हाँ, कुछ हुआ?
केस थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है मैम, बट द एंटायर टीम इज ऑन इट।
उसका दिल टूट जाएगा।
आई अंडरस्टैंड।
नहीं, मेरे सारे डिटेल्स भेज दी ऑलरेडी। कोई तो तरीका होगा। डेडलाइन कल है।
मैम, इट्स डन।
Oh my God, that's great news! So, world famous scriptwriter, congrats! हो गया आपका एजुकेशन लोन। Really?
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
Hello?
Hi Priya, I'm so sorry to call you at this hour.
You alright?
Not really. I had to urgently book a flight to Coimbatore and actually I'm on my way to the airport now. But it looks like someone's flicked my wallet. I don't know what to do. I checked my bags, my pockets, but nothing.
Do you have any credit cards or cash with you at the moment?
No, it's all gone. I don't even know how I'm going to pay the cab guy.
Relax. You carry on to the airport. I'll book your tickets.
I don't know how to thank you, Priya. But really, you would do that for me?
Of course, I'll do that. Also, give me the cab guy's number, so I'll transfer him the fare. And don't worry, Mr. Balaji, I've gone ahead and blocked your cards. You reach safely, and we will sort this out later.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you very much. That's really thoughtful of you.
Come on, sir. I'm just doing my job.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
ओके सर, आपका इनवॉइस रेज करवा दिया है। नॉट टू वरी सर, ऑलराइट। परी आ जाओ, कम बेटा। हेलो
मैम, आप क्वारंटीन में अपना ध्यान रखें, आपके पैसे ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे।
यस सर, आई एम जस्ट चेकिंग। सर, आपका इनवॉइस डिस्काउंट हो जाएगा। यस सर, नॉट टू वरी। नो प्रॉब्लम सर। सर, आपको कोई भी इशू हो आप मुझे कभी भी कॉल कर सकते हो। यस सर। गुड इवनिंग सर, हाउ कैन आई हेल्प यू?
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
अब कैसे लग रहा है सर? रुकिए, मैं आपके बेटे को बुला के लाती हूँ।
राजेश है, लेकिन वो तो यूएस में है।
आपने तो डरा ही दिया था।
तुम कौन?
मैं
नर्स?
सर प्लीज आप लेटिए।
क्या हुआ?
ये मेरा बेटा नहीं है।
बेटा नहीं है तो क्या हुआ? अपने हाथों पे उठा के लेके आया वो आपको। आपको हार्ट अटैक आया था।
एक्चुअली आई एम राजेश इज रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर। आपके कुछ साइन चाहिए थे, पर जब आपके घर गया तो किसी ने दरवाज़ा नहीं खोला और आप।
थैंक यू।
मेरा फर्ज था सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
यस,
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम, माय नेम इज सत्यव्रत फ्रॉम एक्सिस बैंक। मिस्टर साहू का कॉल आया था, उन्होंने बोला कि आपको डेबिट कार्ड पिन जनरेट करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रही है।
ओह हाँ हाँ हाँ, आइए
Thank you, ma'am.
नो नो नो, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग। ये ऑनलाइन ना कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है। इससे तो अच्छा है बैंक ही चली जाती, मगर बेटे ने घर से बाहर निकलने से मना किया है ना।
बहुत सही किया उन्होंने मैम, आपको चिंता करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। मैं हूँ, मैं करके देता हूँ आपको मैम। पिन जनरेट हो गया मैम, आपको मैसेज पे एक पिन आ गया होगा, प्लीज चेक।
देखती हूँ, 1 मिनट। पिन आया है 2 3।
मैम आपको अपनी पिन और डिटेल्स मैम कभी किसी से शेयर नहीं करनी है।
ओके 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 बेटा, थैंक्स फॉर योर हेल्प।
माय प्लेजर।
घर से बाहर निकलने से मना किया है।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
नमस्ते, मुझे वो फॉरेक्स कार्ड में यूरोज लोड करने थे।
श्योर सर।
ये कैश और ये मेरे अकाउंट डिटेल्स।
सर मैंने प्रोसेस कर दिए हैं, पर आपके अकाउंट में आने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा।
मैडम थोड़ा अर्जेंटली चाहिए था। क्या है ना कि मेरा बेटा विशाल वो स्पेन में होम क्वारंटाइन कर रहा है, उसका अपना कोई है नहीं वहाँ पे जिससे वो हेल्प ले सके, इसलिए अगर हो सके तो प्लीज।
श्योर सर, गिव मी अ मोमेंट। आई एम सॉरी सर।
नो प्रॉब्लम।
नहीं सर, आई एम सॉरी दैट विशाल हैज टू गो थ्रू दिस अलोन, और पैसे थोड़ी देर में ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे।
थैंक यू सो मच बेटा।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
हेलो सूर्या, आशीष बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ आशीष।
यार मेरे भाई की सर्जरी हो रही है और मुझे अर्जेंट पेमेंट करनी है। मेरे पास नेट बैंकिंग भी नहीं है, समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या करूँ मैं।
आपके पास चेकबुक है?
हाँ चेकबुक है मेरे पास।
मैं कुछ करता हूँ, जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट। अच्छा सुन। हाँ बोलो। एक अर्जेंट चेक पिकअप करना था। हाँ यार अर्जेंट है। आशीष, मेरा एक कलीग वहाँ पहुँच रहा है, उसे एक चेक दे देना। हॉस्पिटल को ट्रांसफर मैं करवा दूंगा। हेलो।
हाँ सूर्या, मैंने चेक उठा लिया है। हाँ 1 मिनट बात करिए सर।
या सूर्या।
आशीष, You take care of your brother. बाकी we'll handle it, okay?
Thank you so much, Surya. God bless you.
अरे सर, आप हमारे कस्टमर हैं, हमारा फर्ज बनता है।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
Imagine walking down an unknown path and finding someone you know along the way. Imagine moving to a new town and meeting an old neighbor there. Imagine visiting a new restaurant for the first time and discovering your favorite dish on the menu. Imagine walking into a place you've never been before and finding someone you know waiting for you. Finding the familiar in the new is a wonderful thing, which is why we are delighted to bring you the benefits, privileges, and even relationships you're accustomed to, as we welcome you to a Dil Se open world that feels less new, more you.
ये पावर को क्या हो गया?
टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते साथ मिलके चमचमाते, ओ टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते साथ मिलके चमचमाते, ओ ख्वाबों की बत्ती जलाएंगे हम।
बच्चे कहाँ गए? अभी तो उधर ही थे। अरे ये क्या था?
टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते साथ मिलके चमचमाते, टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते।
मम्मी, नेचर पावर लैंप्स।
जुगनू है ये आने वाले कल के जुगनू है।
बच्चे आए तो रोशनी भी आ गई।
जुगनू है ये आने वाले कल के जुगनू है।
बच्चों के नजरिए से देखो तो एक अलग ही जहां दिखेगा। तो आइए ऐसी इमेजिनेशन को बढ़ावा दें एक्सिस बैंक स्प्लैश के साथ। रजिस्टर नाउ एट www.axisbanksplash.in, क्योंकि जब दिल होगा ओपन तो जहां होगा ओपन।
आज इस रिपब्लिक डे इवेंट में स्पीच उसे देने बुलाया है जो खुद बात ही नहीं कर सकता। सब सोचते हैं जो बोल या सुन नहीं सकता वही साइन लैंग्वेज में बात करता है। गलत सोचते हैं। अब एक बात बताइए, आप में से किस किस को साइन लैंग्वेज आती है? किसी को नहीं? एक बात बताइए, जब हम मिलते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? नमस्ते। कोई दूर जाता है तो बाय। कुछ भूल जाते हैं, कुछ याद आता है, किसी से गुस्सा करते हैं, किसी से प्यार जताते हैं, किसी की नजर उतारते हैं। हमारी हाँ में, हमारी ना में, हमारी वाह वाह में, हमारी दुआ में हम सब इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज ही तो बोलते हैं। कोई कम बोलता है, कोई थोड़ा ज्यादा, और हम यही बोलते हैं। अब बताइए, आप सब में से किस किस को साइन लैंग्वेज आती है?
Under the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution, India has 22 recognized languages. Let's add the common language we all speak to this list. The Indian Sign Language, ताकि भाषा का हर जरिया रहे ओपन. Axis Bank, दिल से ओपन.
World's entering AI raises more and more companies.
Everyone believes AI is going to change the world. And AI agrees. Equality? Now that's something we can get behind. And so to test the future on its claims of equality, we asked it some questions. Where the only variable we changed was gender. Do you see a difference? Think the explanation to the woman is more simplified. So did we. But to make sure, we asked more. And the answers continue to be oversimplified. Every time, the woman got elaborate analogies. And even when both got analogies, there was a clear divide. Do you see a pattern? Or do you see equality? The future is AI, but the future seems to have learned some biases from us. To change the future, we need to fix the present. There are more than 691 million women in India. This Women's Day, let's all come together to build a world that is unbiased and equal. A world of finance without bias. Axis Bank. Dil se open.
लास्ट स्टॉप. भाई साहब, हमारे साथ वापस चलना है क्या?
ये 3 पुलिया सुना आपने?
3 पुलिया? आप वापस ही चल लो.
अरे आप यहाँ इतनी दूर हमारे लिए?
आपकी मेहनत कहां से कहां पहुंच रही है. मैं आपके एक साइन के लिए यहाँ नहीं आ सकता. हो गया आपका अकाउंट ओपन.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल.
धन्यवाद.
एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन.
बेटा,
हाँ जी.
ये अपडेट ऐप आया है.
ओके दबा दीजिए. इट्स टोटली सेफ.
थैंक यू बेटा. ये क्या बोलता है? फेस रिकॉग्निशन.
बहुत आसान है. फोन को देखिए, चेहरा घुमाइए, बस हो गया.
It's set my son.
गुजराती?
हाँ, सब गुजराती हो गया.
सब गुजराती हो गया. लैंग्वेज सेटिंग्स में जाइए.
बेटा,
हाँ जी.
किधर हो?
यहीं ऑफिस में.
रोहित,
अरे सर, मैं आ जाता.
कितना अच्छा सिखाते हो. My son in London has given up.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल. एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन.
ইলেকট্রিসিটি বোর্ড, হ্যালো।
পাওয়ার সাপ্লাইতে মেজর ফল্ট আছে।
বাহ, বাইরে সিকিউরিটি আর নিজের বাড়িতে এইসব কি গো?
दादा, बचा लिया आपने.
बेफिक्र कोलकाता जाओ, इंटरव्यू अच्छा ही होगा.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल. एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन.
भाई जी को साथ लाया हूँ. आज सारे काम यूं हो जाने.
ये जमीन तो स्वर्गीय पिता के नाम है ना?
हाँ सर.
सिस्टर का एनओसी भूल गए?
नहीं भूले सर.
और माँ का एनओसी?
ये रहा सर.
और तहसीलदार का?
और एसडीएम सर का भी. और कुछ सर? भाई जी, एक लास्ट साइन रह गया है आपका. कंग्रेचुलेशंस, आपका कृषि लोन
अप्रूव।
थैंक यू सो मच।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
बाय अमू। न्यूयॉर्क यूनिवर्सिटी में स्क्रीन राइटर बनना चाहती है। इट्स हर ड्रीम।
मॉर्निंग मैम।
हाँ, कुछ हुआ?
केस थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है मैम, बट द एंटायर टीम इज ऑन इट।
उसका दिल टूट जाएगा।
आई अंडरस्टैंड।
नहीं, मेरे सारे डिटेल्स भेज दी ऑलरेडी। कोई तो तरीका होगा। डेडलाइन कल है।
मैम, इट्स डन।
Oh my God, that's great news! So, world famous scriptwriter, congrats! हो गया आपका एजुकेशन लोन। Really?
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
Hello?
Hi, Priya. I'm so sorry to call you at this hour.
You alright?
Not really. I had to urgently book a flight to Coimbatore, and actually I'm on my way to the airport now. But it looks like someone's flicked my wallet. I don't know what to do. I checked my bags, my pockets, but nothing.
Do you have any credit cards or cash with you at the moment?
No, it's all gone. I don't even know how I'm going to pay the cab guy.
Relax, relax. You carry on to the airport. I'll book your tickets.
I don't know how to thank you, Priya. But really, you would do that for me.
Of course, I'll do that. Also, give me the cab guy's number, so I'll transfer him the fare. And don't worry, Mr. Balaji, I've gone ahead and blocked your cards. You reach safely, and we will sort this out later.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you very much. That's really thoughtful of you.
Come on, sir. I'm just doing my job.
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
ओके सर, आपका इनवॉइस तो रेज करवा दिया है। नॉट टू वरी सर। ऑल राइट। परी आ जाओ, कम बेटा। हेलो मैम, आप क्वारंटीन में अपना ध्यान रखें, आपके पैसे ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे। यस सर, आई एम जस्ट चेकिंग। सर, आपका इनवॉइस डिस्काउंट हो जाएगा। यस सर, नॉट टू वरी। नो प्रॉब्लम सर। सर, आपको कोई भी इशू हो, आप मुझे कभी भी कॉल कर सकते हो। यस सर। गुड इवनिंग सर। हाउ कैन आई हेल्प यू?
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
अब कैसे लग रहा है सर? रुकिए, मैं आपके बेटे को बुला के लाती हूँ।
राजेश है, लेकिन वो तो यूएस में है।
आपने तो डरा ही दिया था।
तुम कौन?
मैं
नर्स।
सर, प्लीज आप लेटिए।
क्या हुआ?
ये मेरा बेटा नहीं है।
बेटा नहीं है तो क्या हुआ? अपने हाथों पे उठा के लेके आया वो आपको। आपको हार्ट अटैक आया था।
एक्चुअली आई एम राजेश इज द रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर। आपके कुछ साइन चाहिए थे, पर जब आपके घर गया तो किसी ने दरवाज़ा नहीं खोला और आप।
थैंक यू।
मेरा फर्ज था सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
यस।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम, माय नेम इज सत्यव्रत फ्रॉम एक्सिस बैंक। मिस्टर साहू का कॉल आया था, उन्होंने बोला कि आपको डेबिट कार्ड पिन जनरेट करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रही है।
ओह हाँ हाँ हाँ, आइए
Thank you, ma'am.
नो नो नो, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग। ये ऑनलाइन ना कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है। इससे तो अच्छा है बैंक ही चली जाती, मगर बेटे ने घर से बाहर निकलने से मना किया है ना।
बहुत सही किया उन्होंने मैम, आपको चिंता करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। मैं हूँ, मैं करके देता हूँ आपको मैम। पिन जनरेट हो गया मैम, आपको मैसेज पे एक पिन आ गया होगा, प्लीज चेक।
देखती हूँ, 1 मिनट। पिन आया है 2 3।
मैम आपको अपनी पिन और डिटेल्स में कभी किसी से शेयर नहीं करनी है।
ओके बेटा, थैंक्स फॉर योर हेल्प।
माय प्लेजर।
घर से बाहर निकलने से मना किया था।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
नमस्ते, मुझे वो फॉरेक्स कार्ड में यूरोज लोड करने थे।
श्योर सर।
ये कैश और ये मेरे अकाउंट डिटेल्स।
सर मैंने प्रोसेस कर दिए हैं, पर आपके अकाउंट में आने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा।
मैडम थोड़ा अर्जेंटली चाहिए था। क्या है ना कि मेरा बेटा विशाल वो स्पेन में होम क्वारंटाइन कर रहा है। उसका अपना कोई है नहीं वहाँ पे जिससे वो हेल्प ले सके, इसलिए अगर हो सके तो प्लीज।
श्योर सर, गिव मी अ मोमेंट। आई एम सॉरी सर।
नो प्रॉब्लम।
नहीं सर, आई एम सॉरी दैट विशाल हैज टू गो थ्रू दिस अलोन। और पैसे थोड़ी देर में ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे।
थैंक यू सो मच बेटा।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
हेलो सूर्या, आशीष बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ आशीष।
यार मेरे भाई की सर्जरी हो रही है और मुझे अर्जेंट पेमेंट करनी है। मेरे पास नेट बैंकिंग भी नहीं है, समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या करूँ मैं।
आपके पास चेकबुक है?
हाँ चेकबुक है मेरे पास।
मैं कुछ करता हूँ, जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट। अच्छा सुन। हाँ बोलो। एक अर्जेंट चेक पिकअप करना था। हाँ यार अर्जेंट है। आशीष, मेरा एक कलीग वहाँ पहुँच रहा है, उसे एक चेक दे देना। हॉस्पिटल को ट्रांसफर मैं करवा दूंगा। हेलो।
हाँ सूर्या, मैंने चेक उठा लिया है। हाँ एक मिनट, बात करिए सर।
या सूर्या।
आशीष, यू टेक केयर ऑफ योर ब्रदर, बाकी वील हैंडल इट। ओके,
थैंक यू सो मच सूर्या, गॉड ब्लेस यू।
अरे सर, आप हमारे कस्टमर हैं, हमारा फर्ज बनता है।
हर बंद राह ओपन हो सकती है, लगता है सिर्फ दिल। एक्सिस बैंक, दिल से ओपन।
Imagine walking down an unknown path and finding someone you know along the way. Imagine moving to a new town and meeting an old neighbor there. Imagine visiting a new restaurant for the first time and discovering your favorite dish on the menu. Imagine walking into a place you've never been before and finding someone you know waiting for you. Finding the familiar in the new is a wonderful thing, which is why we are delighted to bring you the benefits, privileges, and even relationships you're accustomed to, as we welcome you to a Dil Se open world that feels less new, more you.
ये पावर को क्या हो गया?
टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते साथ मिलके चमचमाते, ओ टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते साथ मिलके चमचमाते, ओ ख्वाबों की बत्ती जलाएंगे हम।
बच्चे कहाँ गए? अभी तो उधर ही थे। अरे ये क्या था?
टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते साथ मिलके चमचमाते, टिमटिमाते झिलमिलाते।
मम्मी, नेचर पावर लैंप्स।
जुगनू है ये आने वाले कल के जुगनू है। बच्चे आए तो रोशनी भी आ गई। जुगनू है ये आने वाले कल के जुगनू है।
बच्चों के नजरिए से देखो तो एक अलग ही जहां दिखेगा। तो आइए ऐसी इमेजिनेशन को बढ़ावा दें एक्सिस बैंक स्प्लैश के साथ। रजिस्टर नाउ एट www.axisbanksplash.in, क्योंकि जब दिल होगा ओपन तो जहां होगा ओपन।
आज इस रिपब्लिक डे इवेंट में स्पीच उसे देने बुलाया है जो खुद बात ही नहीं कर सकता। सब सोचते हैं जो बोल या सुन नहीं सकता वही साइन लैंग्वेज में बात करता है। गलत सोचते हैं। अब एक बात बताइए, आप में से किस किस को साइन लैंग्वेज आती है? किसी को नहीं? एक बात बताइए, जब हम मिलते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? नमस्ते। कोई दूर जाता है तो बाय। कुछ भूल जाते हैं, कुछ याद आता है, किसी से गुस्सा करते हैं, किसी से प्यार जताते हैं, किसी की नजर उतारते हैं। हमारी हाँ में, हमारी ना में, हमारी वाह वाह में, हमारी दुआ में हम सब इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज ही तो बोलते हैं। कोई कम बोलता है, कोई थोड़ा ज्यादा, और हम यही बोलते हैं। अब बताइए, आप सब में से किस किस को साइन लैंग्वेज आती है?
Under the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution, India has 22 recognized languages. Let's add the common language we all speak to this list. The Indian Sign Language, ताकि भाषा का हर जरिया रहे ओपन. Axis Bank, दिल से ओपन.
World's entering AI raises more and more companies.
Everyone believes AI is going to change the world. And AI agrees. Equality? Now that's something we can get behind. And so to test the future on its claims of equality, we asked it some questions, where the only variable we changed was gender. Do you see a difference? Think the explanation to the woman is more simplified. So did we, but to make sure, we asked more. And the answers continue to be oversimplified. Every time, the woman got elaborate analogies. And even when both got analogies, there was a clear divide. Do you see a pattern? Or do you see equality? The future is AI, but the future seems to have learned some biases from us. To change the future, we need to fix the present. There are more than 691 million women in India. This Women's Day, let's all come together to build a world that is unbiased and equal. A world of finance without bias. Axis Bank. दिल से ओपन.
लास्ट स्टॉप भाई साहब, हमारे साथ वापस चलना है क्या?
ये 3 पुलिया सुना आपने?
3 पुलिया? आप वापस ही चल लो.
Over to you, Chairman, sir.
Good morning, dear shareholders. On behalf of the bank, I welcome you to the 29th Annual General Meeting of Axis Bank Limited. I hope you and your families are safe and well. In terms of MC and SEBI circulars, this meeting will be coordinated through the VC facility. All possible efforts have been made by the bank to enable its members to participate and vote on the resolutions as set in the notice dated June 16, 2023, convening this AGM. I've been informed that the requisite quorum for valid conduct of this meeting is present. Accordingly, I call this meeting to be in order. The notice dated June 16, 2023, convening this meeting and the AGM of the bank for the fiscal 2023 has been sent out on June 26, 2023 to those members who had registered their email addresses. These documents were also uploaded on the respective websites of the bank, NST and the stock exchange as per the extant norms. As referred in the notice convening the AGM are available for inspection to the members electronically. I now request the company secretary to brief you on the voting facility.
Good morning to all of you. The remote e-voting facility for this AGM was made available from 9 a.m. of Monday, July 24, 2023, up to 5 p.m. of Thursday, July 27, 2023. Members participating in this meeting and who have not yet casted their votes on the resolutions through remote e-voting can cast their vote through e-voting facility during the course of this meeting. The e-voting facility will remain open for 15 minutes after conclusion of this meeting. For e-voting during this meeting, members are requested to refresh the e-voting page of NSDL, click on Even, and follow the instructions given therein. Since voting is being done electronically, there is no need to propose or second the resolution set out in the notice convening this AGM. The scrutinizer will submit his report after verification of the votes, and the results will be declared as per the extant norms.
Thank you, Sandeep. Let me now introduce our directors of your bank who are attending this meeting through the video conferencing facility. Amitabh Chaudhary, Managing Director and CEO of the bank. K.T. Bhagwati, Independent Director. Girish Paranjpe, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit Committee. T.C. Sushil Kumar, Nominee Director, LIC. Meena Ganesh, Independent Director and Chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. G. Padmanabhan, Independent Director. Professor Mahendra Dev, Independent Director. Ashish Koteja, Nominee Director of entities affiliated to Bain Capital. Manoj Kohli, Independent Director and Chairperson of Stakeholder Relation Committee. P.N. Prasad, Independent Director. C.S. Mallikarjuna Arjuna Rao, Independent Director. N.S. Vishwanathan, Independent Director. And Rajiv Anand, Deputy Managing Director. Let me also welcome Mr. P.N. Prasad, C.H. Mallikarjuna Rao, and Mr. N.S. Vishwanathan, who have joined the board since the last AGM. P.N. Prasad is a professional banker with more than 37 years of experience. He retired as the Deputy Managing Director of State Bank of India in May 2020. Mr. S.S. Mallikarjuna Arjuna Rao is also a professional banker with more than 37 years of experience. He retired as Managing Director and CEO of Punjab National Bank in January 2022. Mr. N.S. Vishwanathan is a central banker with nearly 40 years of experience. He retired as Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India in March 2020. He has also been appointed Chairman of the bank, subject to requisite approvals. Yesterday, we also received his approval from the RBI. Welcome, Mr. Vishwanathan. Apart from the board members, we also have Puneet Sharma, Chief Financial Officer, Sandeep Poddar, Company Secretary, representatives of MP Chitle and Company and C&K and Associates LLP, Joint Statutory Auditors and Bhandari and Associates Secretarial Auditors present at this meeting. CS KBS Subramaniam, Practicing Company Secretary, Scrutinizer for this meeting, is also present. Inba Vasaukar is the moderator for this meeting. I welcome you once again to this meeting. Since we are doing this meeting in the VC mode, in order to maintain continuity of this meeting, in the event of any disruption due to technical issues faced by me, with the consent of the directors present, I hereby propose the name of Ketki Bhagwati, Independent Director, to act as the alternate chairman of this meeting. Let me take the director's consent. Amitabh Chaudhary, Girish Paranjpe, TC Sushil Kumar, Meena Ganesh, Mr. Padmanabhan, Professor Mahendra Dev, Ashish Koteja, Manoj Kohli, P.N. Prasad, Mr. Madhukar Arjuna Rao, Mr. Vishwanathan, and Rajiv Anand. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have received the confirmation from all the directors. With your permission, I would like to take the notice convening this meeting as read. Thank you. Similarly, as the auditor's report and the secretarial report does not contain any qualification, reservations, or adverse comments, with your permission, I would take this reports as read. Thank you. Let me now brief you on the performance of the bank in the backdrop of the events in India during the year gone by. My dear shareholders, a very good morning to you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 29th AGM of your bank. I thank each and every one of you for your time and continued interest in the affairs of the bank. This AGM is being held in a video conferencing mode. While I miss the warmth and personal interaction of physical meeting, this format does have the advantage of enabling shareholders across the country to participate in this meeting. I'm sure we will have an active exchange during this AGM. Let me dwell a bit on the macroeconomic environment, both in India and on the global stage. Fiscal 2023 was a year of transition, characterized by extreme uncertainty in global financial conditions. This was aggravated by geopolitical tensions, which further disrupted global supply chains and fueled inflation. This prompted central banks from across major economies to hike rates at an unprecedented pace. Amongst this, the Indian economy emerged as a global economic sweet spot. Deft monetary and fiscal policy management has ensured that our economy has, to an extent, been insulated from the global economic slowdown, financial market shocks, and volatility. India is projected to be the fastest growing economy, large economy in 2023 and 2024. And macroeconomic conditions remain resilient and stable. Inflation is gradually moving down to our stated target levels, and the financial sector remains robust. Our current account deficit, earlier a point of concern in our external balance, turned out to be at a very sustainable level and is expected to further improve in fiscal 2023. I believe conditions are now right for private investment to gain momentum for the next couple of years. Credit demand remains strong in fiscal 2023, and given our expectation of improving deposit accumulation, is likely to lead to double-digit credit growth in fiscal 2024. I'll talk a bit about the year that went by. As you would recall, we embarked on our GPS journey, and GPS, for those who joined us recently, is growth, profitability, and sustainability. 4 years ago, to bring to realization the full potential of our institution. This is a journey which will continue, but I'm very pleased to report that since then, on the back of our one access and open philosophy, we have progressed to providing winning propositions for many of our stakeholders. We have remained focused on 3 core areas of execution to move forward on our GPS strategy. One, creating a performance-driven culture. Two, strengthening the core. And three, building for the future. I'll talk about these in further detail. Talking about performance-driven culture, we accelerate the growth momentum in fiscal 2023, led by continued execution excellence and transformation across various businesses of the bank. We set new benchmarks in our focus areas to deliver improvements in key operating metrics. In Q4 of fiscal 2023, we completed the acquisition of Citibank India Consumer Business at an estimated purchase consideration of 11,949 crores. The deal is expected to be EPS and ROE accretive at the end of this calendar year 2024, with potential for revenue and cost synergies through cross-selling, upselling, and global shared services. The acquisition is aligned to our GPS strategy and our focus on premium segment growth. It has granted us access to 2.4 million large, affluent, and profitable Citi customers, approximately 3,200 Citibank employees with deep domain knowledge and best-in-class client servicing and operations through Citi Phone Banking have joined the Axis family. The integration of Citi Consumer Business progressing well with positive feedback from Citibank customers. High-value customers have acknowledged the seamless transition, continuation of excellent service, and benefits such as access to Axis Bank, extensive branch network, and diverse product portfolio under the One Axis umbrella. Our profitability metrics have improved considerably, and without considering the impact of exceptional items, our profit after tax stands at 21,933 crores, increasing 68% year-on-year. Our net interest income was 42,946 crores, a growth of 30% year-on-year. Net interest margin was 4.02%, up 55 basis points year-on-year. And fee stands at 16,216 crores, a year-on-year growth of 25%. Our consolidated ROE, our return on invested equity, stood at 18.84%, up 517 basis points year-on-year. Organic accretion of 69 basis points of CET1 capital in fiscal 2023, thereby having a comfortable capital position. In view of the overall performance of the bank and while retaining capital for future growth, the board has recommended a final dividend of rupee 1 per equity share, subject to approval at this AGM. In terms of our different businesses, the retail banking franchise is a key vector of the GPS strategy. And we are on the journey to create one of the best premium. Our CASA deposits grew 21% year-on-year. The retail loan book grew 22% on the back of all-time high disbursements. Credit card spends touched new yearly highs, and the retail fees grew 33%. Our banks to approximately rupees 3.6 trillion rupees. Credit card issuance increased by 57% to 4.2 million cards in fiscal 2023. Small business banking experienced growth of 50% year-on-year, while rural banking saw a 26% year-on-year increase. So I'm happy to inform you the bank has 95 plus digital partnerships across platforms and ecosystems, and around 11 million customers are on WhatsApp banking. We have significantly reinforced our client focus in the wholesale bank by strengthening the organization structure, leadership, and coverage teams. Stepped up growth across up by 24% year-on-year. The MSME segment is the key growth driver for the bank. Our mid-corporate and SME loan portfolio has doubled in 3 years. We engage with various corporate clients offering technology solutions for transaction banking, forex, and trade. See, while NEFT ranking improved to second place in fiscal 2023. 89% of corporate advances are to clients rated A- and above. We are ranked first in blockchain-enabled domestic trade risk transactions. Our path-breaking digital banking platform, NEO, witnessed strong adoption from corporate with 1,000 plus client engagement. Over the past 4 years, we have made significant strides in expanding our businesses across subsidiaries, primarily driven by a one access strategy. Our domestic subsidiaries have delivered yet another impressive year, contributing to the bank's consolidated ROE and generating a total profit of rupees 1,304 crores. The second part of our effort is to strengthen our core, and we built a strong balance sheet. Our balance sheet continues to demonstrate resilience with a strong capital position and asset quality metrics. Through fiscal 2023, we strengthened our provision coverage ratio by 600 basis points, reaching 81%. Additionally, we maintained a substantial non-NPA provisioning buffer of over 11,900 crores, resulting in a standard asset coverage of 1.42 amongst the highest in the industry. We take pride in maintaining outstanding asset quality with a further decrease of 34 basis points in net NPA, standing now at 0.39%. Furthermore, our standard COVID-19 restructuring portfolio remains exceptionally low, accounting for only 0.22% of the bank's gross customer assets. Our self-sustaining capital structure reflected in the overall capital adequacy ratio of 17.64% and a CET1 ratio of 14.02%, which positions us well to pursue further growth ambitions. Technology is a very important part of our banking business now, and I talk a bit about that. We are leaders in cloud adoption, deploying over 75 initiatives on the cloud through a multi-cloud first strategy and cloud-native microservice-based architecture. We've also invested in emerging technologies, creating over 3,000 robotic process automation RPA bots and 1480 plus automated processes to expedite delivery across businesses. The bank has invested in new age data science engineering platforms, big data lake, microservices-based architecture, and analytical workbench to deliver value in traditional, non-traditional use cases. These capabilities and a data-driven strategy have enabled us to increase our penetration across our various business portfolios. We have organization-wide transformation projects to accelerate our GPS delivery. And some of those bank-level initiatives are Sparsh. Sparsh is our name for customer obsession as a core strategic agenda and embarked upon a multi-year journey. The core credo of the program is to delight our customers and fulfill their dreams through smart banking every day. In the last 21 months since we launched this program, the star behaviors of Sparsh have been taken to 100% of the bank's branches. Star behaviors, all service touchpoints across retail and corporate banking and to backend operations as well. This is coupled along with launch of Sparsh rituals and bank-wide measurement of core Sparsh metrics such as Net Promoter Score, customer complaints, and access promise. Our turnaround time measurements. As compared to last year, the Net Promoter
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Makija. Can you hear me? This is the operator. Mr. Makija, we are unable to hear you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to please remain connected while we check the connection for Mr. Makija and get him back. Please do not disconnect. Please remain connected while we get Mr. Makija's connection back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We have the connection for Mr. Rakesh Makija connected. Over to you, sir.
My apologies, dear shoulders. It's beyond my control, but hopefully it will not happen again. I was talking about our initiative for customer obsession called Sparsh. So I'll carry on from where I left off. In terms of metrics, the net promoter score as compared to last year stands at 131 or an index baseline of 100. Our next big initiative, Bharat Banking, is making significant progress, benefiting from improvements in physical and digital infrastructure and the evolution of the technology stack. We expanded our distribution network to 2,137 branches and collaborated with rural-focused customers and fintech players. As a result of our focus initiatives, we achieved record high yearly disbursements, a 26% growth in rural advances, and a 15% year-on-year growth in deposits from Bharat branches. This growth spans all major product lines, driven by improving margins, PSL, priority sector lending, asset accretions, and low credit cost. We are confident in sustaining our growth momentum and creating distinctiveness in the Bharat markets. As far as building for the future is concerned, I talk a bit about digital capabilities. We have an aspiration to be the best benchmark digital bank globally, and we launched Access 2.0 program last year. Access 2.0 is set up as an independent business within the bank and it comprises all products that are end-to-end availed digitally by customers. In these cases, the customer discovers the product themselves and also avails the product themselves with no human intervention. The Axis mobile app is amongst the world's highest rated mobile bank on Google Play Store with a rating of 4.8. That is the highest across 59 global banks, 8 global neobanks, and 50 Indian fintech apps. The bank has approximately 12 million monthly active users on its app, and the average active user visits the app 15 times a month. As part of the Access 2.0 strategy, we aspire to be a leader in new platform businesses. We've taken early leadership in the same with several initiatives underway to scale up lending and payout businesses, leveraging the account aggregator, open network for digital e-commerce, central bank digital currency, and open credit enhancement network. We are the first bank to go live on the account aggregator platform as financial information provider. The bank offers personal loans, auto loans, two-wheeler loans, home loans, small business loans, and credit cards, leveraging account aggregator framework. We also launched end-to-end digital business loans for MSMEs, leveraging RBI's Innovation Hub. On the wholesale front, Project NEO reflects our ambition to build India's #1 digital corporate bank. The bank's geographical reach in India now extends to 35 states, union territories, and 615 districts. As on 31st March 2023, the bank had a strong distribution network with 4890 domestic branches, 3 digital banking units, 13 extension counters, and 156 business correspondent banking outlets. The bank also has an extensive network of 9,800 ATMs and 6,150 recyclers, which not only handle cash deposits and withdrawals, but also serve as self-service and fulfillment centers. For an institution of our size, our corporate social responsibility is a core part of what we do. We are supporting high-impact CSR interventions across the country in 4 key themes of sustainable livelihoods, education, financial inclusion, and financial literacy, and environmental sustainability. The Axis Bank Foundation's flagship Sustainable Livelihood Program is supporting close to 1.3 million households. Initiated in 2018, the program aims to support 2 million rural families by 2027 to enhance and stabilize their incomes through our diverse interventions. During this fiscal, the program expanded to newer geographies such as the Northeast, West Bengal, and Orissa, and further expanded its scope, whereby it would also support ultra-poor families to graduate to stable incomes. In our experience of running this program, especially during the 2 very challenging years of COVID-19, we observed that for rural families, medical expenses have a clear and distinct impact on their livelihood security. Therefore, along with the program's continued focus on livelihood support, we are also initiating support to families to enhance their health-seeking behavior, thereby expanding our focus on improving their overall well-being. During the fiscal year, we partnered with the Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, for the establishment of the Axis Bank Center for Mathematics and Computing, thereby supporting cutting-edge education and research. Our financial literacy program reached over 1.1 million women participants in 24 states during the fiscal year. Towards our commitment to plant 2 million trees by 2027, over 0.8 billion saplings across 6 states were planted as of 31st March 2023. We are the first bank in the country to set up a ESG committee of the board, and we remain fully committed to strengthening the bank's risk and compliance governance through achieving long-term financial sustainability and cementing our stakeholders' trust in us. Toward this, we put a commitment of incremental wholesale banking of 30,000 crores in sectors with positive sustainable impact by 2026. And we already achieved 20,400 crores as of lending on 31st March 2023. Against our commitment to achieve 20,000 crores of incremental lending under Asha home loans by March 2024, cumulative lending of 7,971 crores was achieved as of 31st March 2023. During fiscal 2023, we achieved EV participation of 2.5% in overall retail two-wheeler to achieve 5% penetration by March 2024. Women employees now represent 25.7% of overall workforce as we move to a commitment to reach 30% representation by 2027. I've spoken at length about the various initiatives in place to propel the bank to an ever-increasing level of leadership and performance. We are at the same time acutely aware of the need to ensure that our bank's governance and compliance processes match up to the highest possible global standards. The board spends an enormous amount of time to review this and works with the management towards improving the processes in areas of risk, compliance, and customer management. Being a great corporate citizen is also part of our ethos, and the debate and discussion on helping and working on community initiatives is as important as driving our performance. We are a large employer, attracting thousands of young people to join the journey of building our bank. As it continues to expand, the banking industry is seeing extremely high levels of attrition. At Axis Bank, we fully recognize that we build an organization where people not only are excited to join us, but remain engaged to become the strongest possible adequate advocates of our brand. The bank's people strategy, people process, and culture has always been a key focus of the board. The board and the management are mindful that be it changing employee aspirations or lack of social capital post-COVID, the bank has to continue to build a sustainable, inclusive, growth-oriented culture and people practice. Our business leaders, along with the HR teams, are working very hard to provide an environment that breaks the cycle of attrition at the front line, nurtures social capital with the supervisory leaders, and encourages our colleagues to look at building careers internally rather than rotating outside. This year has been a landmark year as we welcomed our colleagues from Citibank, and I'm heartened to see them all participating in the Axis growth story to make it stronger. We are firm and steadfast in our approach that people remain the key element of our bank, and I'm hopeful that the work being done, we will continue to see more examples of thriving careers at Axis Bank. A few of the awards that we received. We secured the top position of the quality index for both large corporate and middle market banking in the Greenwich Banking Survey. Furthermore, our ambitious Project NEO, which I mentioned earlier, has received prestigious awards. Burgundy Private was adjudged as Best Private Bank for Client Acquisition in Asia in the 5th Annual Wealth Tech Awards. We were honored with the Retail Bankers International Asia Trailblazer Award for our innovative utilization of AI and machine learning. We also received the Economic Times DataCon Award for a modern and agile data architecture and infrastructure. The bank was also featured on the prestigious FTSE4Good Index for 6th consecutive year in 2022 and maintained our steady performance across global ESG assessment and rating platform. We take great pride in being ranked in the top 10 of the Kincentric Best Employer Award in India and being certified a great place to work for the 2nd consecutive year. Finally, dear shareholders, as you're aware, my term as Director and Chairman of the bank will end in October this year. I'm thankful to you for your unwavering support and trust in me. I'm also very happy that the board has chosen Mr. Vishwanathan, who comes with distinguished credentials and was former Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank, to succeed me. I'm sure he will have your full support, and I wish him a very successful tenure at the bank. I'd also like to thank the entire management team led by Amitabh Chaudhary for the strong commitment towards taking Axis to greater heights. I also wish to place my deep gratitude to my past and present board colleagues on the board for their valuable guidance, support, and their passion to drive this great institution to even brighter future. On behalf of the entire board, I would also like to convey my sincere thanks to the Reserve Bank of India for their support and guidance. Our customers are the reason that we exist, and I would like to thank them for their trust and patronage. Additionally, our thanks to suppliers, auditors, legal advisors, consultants, and the various regulatory authorities for their continued support. Last but not the least, I thank our employees for their dedication and commitment to ensuring uninterrupted services to our customers under all circumstances. They truly demonstrate that customers are the heart of everything that we do. Thank you once again. I now request those members who register themselves as speakers to ask their questions. Once your name has been called out by the moderator, kindly confirm your name and proceed with your questions. In case on calling out the name of speaker member, if she is not available for any reason whatsoever, or is not audible, then the moderator is requested to call the next speaker member. In order to give an opportunity to all registered speakers to speak at the meeting, each member will be allotted 2 to 3 minutes each. Members are kindly requested to be brief and restrict themselves to matters concerning the notice and the AGM of the bank and avoid repeating questions. I also request members to maintain decorum of this meeting. In the event of use of unparliamentary language, derogatory words, or personal remarks, I would have no option but to ask them to be muted, and they will not be allowed to speak further during the meeting. Members may also know that in order to avoid repetition, all questions will be answered after all the registered speakers have spoken. I request the moderator to unmute the registered speakers one by one.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Request everyone to please remain connected while the question queue assembles. I invite our first speaker member, that's Mr. Jaideep Bakshi. Request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question. Mr. Jaideep Bakshi, could you please unmute your microphone as well and ask your question, sir?
Go ahead, Mr. Bakshi.
Yes, very good morning, sir. Our chairman, sir, and MD and CEO and board of directors. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Namaskar ji. Thanks
Namaskar ji.
to our Sandeep ji for giving me an opportunity to express my view and presenting a detailed and colorful annual report, and to the entire secretarial department for presenting this video conference in a smooth manner. Sir, myself proud to be a part of a bank with rich legacy and one of the largest private sectors and providing entire spectrum of financial services to customers ranging from corporates to common masses and also the retail business. Congrats for the operating revenue and profit which were maintained, and your initial presentation depicted our bank status and also our future for progress. And congrats once again for the dividend of 1 rupee, and our performance is well spread out in the pages of 38 to 40 in the annual report. Sir, the 30% women workforce in bank by 2027 is a great boost for our women empowerment. It's a good initiative one. And how much are we spending on the marketing and advertising for more penetration? And what is the business generated digitally for our fixed deposit or savings or other different sectors? Digitally, how much business do we generate? Sir, in our effort to expanding our technology capabilities, how much is our spending on the IT? And what are our steps for protection of our 2 data centers from Mumbai and the Bengaluru? And sir, what are our plans to improve our profitability and further reduce our NPA? Sir, our share prices compared to other these private sector banks are not moving such a what do you think? Though it is not in our hands also. And the scholarship program for women, it's also good, and supporting the students for economy weak section, it's also a very good initiative. What are the steps taken by the bank for utilizing alternate energy source? And once again, for the awards in mentioned in page 79, it's a good achievement. And also for the CSR activities, where we have spent around 172.3 crores and reaching out to the society and return back, it's a very good initiative. And what are the steps are we identifying, and how are we are mitigating the risk factors which we foresee? And sir, how are we extending our hands to the MSME sectors, because they are the real backbone of our industry and the nation, and also for the startups, because they mainly do not come out with better results because of the financial constraints. And the semi-urban economy opening up, what are our thoughts for opening up new branches in the outskirts of our cities? And we have variety of main products. Our main service would be our customer service, where we must see that each customer leaves the bank's premises with a satisfied smile. That will be our main objective also from the service sector. Sir, myself, a account holder of the savings account, a demat account holder, and also a mutual fund investor. And since the days of the when our name was UTI, and so I'm a proud member of our bank and really satisfied with the services which we have rendered. I am with the Sector 1 Salt Lake branch in Kolkata. Thanks for the same. And nothing to add more. I've supported all the resolutions and hope, sir, under your leadership and help of a board of members and all others associated with our banks will come out with most positive results and serving the needs and aspiration of our customers. Thank you, sir, and all stay safe. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker member, Mr. Gautam Tiwari, had registered, however, has not connected. Speaker number 3, Mr. Subramaniam Kanthaswamy, had registered, however, has not joined the meeting. We therefore invite our speaker number 4, Mr. Sunil Kumar Modak. Request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question. Mr. Modak, could you unmute your mic also?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
We can hear you.
Good
Yes, we
morning,
can hear
sir.
you.
Good morning, sir. Mr.
Good
Chairman, other board members, company secretary, employees of Axis, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Sunil Kumar Modak, joining this VC meeting from City of Joy, Calcutta. Sir, it is my pleasure to join this 29th AGM of Axis Bank and must thanks Secretarial Department and supporting team for the AGM to connect me in this VC meeting. Sir, Axis Bank is my bank. I am the customer of Axis Bank at Kolkata, Dunlop branch. This year, our bank performance is good. Last year, financial year, our profit was rupees 8,21,972 crores, where this year it is 945 crores. It is reduced. Profit is reduced this time. However, dividend maintained at the rate of rupees 1 of rupees 2 share. This is not bad. Sir, I have participated in the e-voting and casted my vote in favor of the resolutions. Sir, I find from the balance sheet that our trading profit was rupees 1627 crores last financial year, but this year it is negative. It is loss of rupees 242 crores. What is the reason, sir? Throw some light on this. Sir, how many our employees think is how much after acquisition of the Citibank credit card section? After acquisition of Citibank cards, okay, how many branches we have and ATMs? Is there any specially challenge employees we have? If yes, how many? With this, I conclude. Before I conclude, I said a small complaint. I had a credit card applied and it was sanctioned to me a credit limit of 18,000 against my fixed deposit. I did not use this card for 2-3 months, and I seriously ill. Then I asked for the Axis Bank to close this credit card. They close the card, but they have charged joining fee and late payment charges. But I have not issued this. I have not used this card for a single time. So around 200 to 1500 rupees I have to spend for this. They have told that they will return it, but till date they did not return this amount. Please, sir, look into this. With
We
this,
will
I
do that.
conclude.
We will do that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for patience, sir. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste ji.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, speaker number 5, that is Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola. Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola, request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
1 minute, sir. Hello.
We can hear you, Mr. Gola. We can't. Yeah, we can see you also now.
सर एक्चुअली सर ये क्यों लेट हुआ? आप लोगों में इमीडिएटली ये वीडियो एंड माइक इमीडिएटली नहीं दिया, वो पार्टिसिपेंट को बुलाने के बाद दिया. दैट्स व्हाई गोइंग लेट. हर एक जो कंपनी में जो अटेंड करता मैं इमीडिएटली रेडी रहता सर, इज इंस्टेंट रहता लिंक में. इन लोग ओनली
Mr. Gola, go ahead. Go ahead. आगे चलिए.
Okay, sir. Thank you, my chairman and co-directors and secretarial department जो संभालता ना सर, हमारा संदीप पोद्दार जी, very known person and Hyderabad से सर. I am Ramesh Shankar Gola, shareholder and account holder also sir. Sir, ये आने वाला 2 साल में जो हमारा नया कुछ ट्रांजैक्शंस कुछ भी होने दो, उसका एक क्या सोच रहे वो बैंक के बारे में, वो एक बोल दीजिए. और सर आई एम द अकाउंट होल्डर सर, but I am maintaining 10,000 sir. Why you are not ये निकाल देना सर, जीरो कर दीजिए फॉर शेयर होल्डर्स. दैट टू सर, वैसा करे तो जो हमारा शेयर होल्डर्स किधर रहता वो पूरा हमारा बैंक में जो ज्यादा सा अकाउंट्स ओपन होता, जीरो कर दिए तो वैसी वो जीरो अकाउंट कर देने के बाद क्या होता सर, उनके पास दूसरे बैंकों में किधर रहते तो हमारा बैंक के अंदर ही डाल देता, जो डिपॉजिट करे तो क्या होता सर, हमारे को अच्छा सा खासा बढ़ जाता सर. दैट्स वाई उधर से अकाउंट खोले तो क्या होता सर, जो नेफ्ट रहने दो, आरटीजीएस रहने दो, डीडीस रहने दो, ट्रांजैक्शंस अच्छा रहता सर. That's why I'm saying sir, that too. और एक सर, ये जो हम जो डिपॉजिट करें तो फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट, उसमें शेयर होल्डर्स के लिए +1% ज्यादा दे दीजिए. वैसा भी आपको डिपॉजिट्स भी बढ़ता सर. एट प्रेजेंट हाउ मेनी ब्रांचेस इन इंडिया, प्लीज टेल मी, एंड हाउ मेनी एम्प्लॉइज वर्किंग in all sir, and temporarily basis कितना आदमी कर रहा है और परमानेंट बेसिस में कितना आदमी कर रहा है, उसमें से वुमेन एम्प्लॉइज कितना लोग है, मेंस कितना लोग है, वो भी बता दीजिए सर. सर आई वांट टू हमारा जो कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिस एंड रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस देखना सर, प्लीज आप मेरे को परमिशन दिए तो मेरे को आके देखते, आपको भी मिलते, हम भी बहुत खुशी रहता सर. जो ये बैंक से अच्छा सा खुशी है सर मेरे को भी अकाउंट है सर इन हैदराबाद खैरताबाद ब्रांच सर, बट ये तो ये जीरो अकाउंट कर दिए तो बहुत अच्छा रहता. इट इज आई एम स्ट्रांगली आस्किंग यू सर, चेयरमैन गारू सर, मैं ऑलरेडी पूरा फेवर कर दिया सर. थैंक यू सो मच. एंड जो सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में बोलना है तो सर, जो हमारा संदीप पोदर किधर रहते तो उधर खुशी फैलता सर, बहुत अच्छा रहते, जो सभी लोगों को अच्छा देख लेते सर. सर आई वांट टू प्लीज greet to you sir. Thank you so much for giving a very good opportunity to me, sir, Chairman Garu, and my co-directors. Thank you so much. Have a good day. God bless you all, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, Mr. Rajendra Prasad Devi Prasad Joshi. Mr. Rajendra Prasad, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and ask your question. So could you please unmute your microphone?
Hello. Yes. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I will put on the video also, please. Wait 1 minute.
Sure, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Start my video 1 minute. Right. Hello. Good morning, sir. Chairman, sir, Rakesh Makija ji, and our MD CEO, Amitabh Chaudhary ji, our company secretary, Sri Sandeep Podar, sir. Sir, myself, Rajendra Prasad Joshi, shareholder, speaking from Mumbai at my residence. Sir, at the outset, really, I'm thankful to see Sandeep Podar, sir, for sending me the email well on time and sending the soft copy of the annual report. But sir, I have requested for the physical copy 2 times. So far, I have not received. Sir, being a senior citizen, I find it very difficult to read soft copies in details, and so I always insist for the physical copy. So kindly, I request Sandeep ji that every year please go on sending me physical copy of the annual report. So this is my request, sir. So please note down that thing. Secondly, sir, definitely you are giving a good services to the shareholders. So we have nothing to complain about it. Sir, one thing I will like to say is about our bank. It is now, it has become one of the top ranked bank viewed from the financial performance as well as customer services. Or customers, I am also a account holder of the bank, and I find that our services are really satisfactory. Along with this, sir, I will also like to say appreciate our performance over the 5 years. Our financial performance has improved a lot, and our asset quality also has improved a lot. But I have just 2-3 questions to ask you, sir. Sir, what steps are being taken to improve the CASA ratio and also to improve net interest income margins? Second thing is, what is the status of the bad loans outstanding at present? And what precautions or the mechanism followed to avoid bad loans at present? These are 2-3 questions. Please, can you answer it? I will be very much thankful to you. With this, I am very much thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to speak from the platform, and also I support all the resolutions. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we take our next question, we'd like to remind participants to please limit your questions to 3 minutes per participant. We'll take our next question from speaker number 7, Elijah Devi. We've unmuted your audio. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, very good morning, sir. I'm Bharatraj, joint account holder. Elijah Devi is my mother. On behalf of her, I'm also shareholder. I'm talking, sir. First of all, entire board of directors, sir, wonderful performance. Thanks for your dividend. Sir, Axis Bank is a bank. We do not compare with any other bank, sir. It is having a family-oriented and ethical bank, sir. If you compare with other banks, it is not too aggressive, but they are always accessible and they're very serious in the personal banking, sir. I'm happy, Chairman, sir. Under leadership, my banking is growing wonderfully, and the way you take overing the Citibank, other banks of our other services, I'm very happy, sir. Thank you, sir. And under leadership, we'll see more higher hats, sir. Sir, I thank my company secretary, Mr. Podar, Sandeep Podar, because he is well friend of mine. In Ready Labs, he has done wonderful services he has given, sir. I hope in this bank also, he is given wonderful service. Actually, yesterday I was walking into our Mumbai branch, sir. Yesterday I was in Mumbai. I walk in, I want to meet Mr. Sandeep, but he met me friendly, and with him, with Mr. Mahesh also, sir. Senior manager also is a compliment, and he is with me, and he share all the friendly, and he shared everything, sir. This is what the bank of Axis, sir. They're always friendly nature, sir. Mr. Mahesh Chonan accompany with Ms. Sandeep, and wonderfully they share all what are the ideas and everything, sir. Thank you, sir. Once again, sir, all the best for the coming years. There is no questions, sir. We trust your leadership, sir. Entire team, I'm very proud, sir. My best wishes to you, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now invite our next speaker member, Jitendra C. Sangvi. I request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for giving me an opportunity for this Q&A session. I will directly come to a few questions, and I would like to have a fruitful answer for these questions. First and foremost question is UPI that we are having in Axis. How much cost we are having? And what is the gross and what is net? How much we are getting a subsidy from RBI? And what exact cost we are incurring, and what we are trying to do with a finance manager, a finance minister, whether we will be able to get any more subsidy from them, or it is net cost for us. That is my first question. Second question is diversity. What kind of diversity we have in Axis Bank? I can see only 2 directors are women directors. Are we planning to have any more directors? I'm not asking only from director point of view, even from an employee point of view. How many percentage we are looking for, and by when we'll be able to achieve? Okay, because I can see in Axis Bank, I have not seen much change in last 3-4 years in women employees increment. So what is your strategy to increase? Third and important question is sustainability and ECG. What are we planning to do? I understand that we have done everything online and everything is done, but still there are many things we are lacking. And what are we planning to do by 2023? And whether we will be able to achieve those, or it is just a statement that we are trying to make as of now. Fourth and important question is Citi personal banking that we have bought. What are the valuation that we have thought for it, and whether we will be able to achieve? What is the target, and by when we will be able to achieve a net IRR? Okay. Fifth question is corporate banking. I just wanted to know how much percentage we are covered with Adani. How much percentage of loan we had given to Adani out of total loan? Okay, and that is a really very important, because Adani is crashing like anything. It has gone up like anything, and it has come down like anything. Okay, and we don't know what will be the future of Adani. So I would like to know what will be the percentage we have given as a part of loan to Adani. And sixth and important thing, why we are not having young talent in our leadership? Okay, I'm not able to see any of you guys are less than 50. Okay, so why we are not giving an opportunity to young talent? I know, Rakeshji, you are laughing, but you just understand now, new talent, new generation is very dynamic. At least we should have, I'm not saying ticket them to a directorship, but at least give them a chance to give more opportunity. There are lots of IIT, IIM people which are coming out. Why are we not giving opportunity to them in leadership? I know they should have some experiences, But with experienced people, at least 40s, 50s, at least try to give them some chance. That's it from my side.
I was laughing because we have a huge amount of young talent.
Sorry, sir.
We have a huge amount of young talent. That's why I was laughing. And you don't see them on the 6, 7 people you are seeing here. There are lots of them at very high position. But please carry on. Let me not interrupt you.
Sorry. No, that's it. This is my last question. But yeah, I would like to see someone in at least CS, CFO, at least from those sides. At least you can give them a chance. So yeah, think about it. I'm not pressurizing anything, but yeah, I would like to see some dynamic in Axis, because you also understand that with a old age, I'm not saying you have good amount of experience, but with a dynamic and with the technology, I think there should be some new talent or a young talent should come up. That is my request, nothing else.
Thank you,
sir. Thanks a lot for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now invite our speaker number 9, that's Rajesh Devan. Mr. Devan, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video and ask your question. Mr. Devan, we have sent you a prompt to unmute your audio and video as well. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Good morning, gentlemen, and thanks for inviting me as a panelist to the meeting. I just have only one question with me. So despite all these incremental growth in the bank, the company has not yet issued any bonus share, despite having huge reserve and surplus with it. That is my main question. And secondly, the shares of this bank is not moving in tandem with the other private sector banks. Whether it is ICICI Bank, whether it is HDFC Bank, whether it is New Generation IndusInd Bank, it's not increasing in tandem with them. And thirdly, I am also a shareholder of Jammu branch since its inception in Jammu. I am having account number 329 with the bank. Despite having a huge amount of deposit with the bank, which I don't want to disclose here, you can verify it from the branch. I am having huge deposits with the bank. Despite after so many years, my account was converted to Burgundy account. Secondly, I am also having a account in the name of wife with the same, not same, but alternate sequences. Despite that, his account has not been upgraded to Burgundy account. And similarly, I have not, though my account was converted to Burgundy, but I was not issued Burgundy checkbook. And my wife's account was converted to Burgundy, but the debit card is not being upgraded to a Burgundy card. It says it is online. It says it is not eligible for upgrading. Though she is also having good balance and deposit with the bank. Please look into it, and but otherwise I am satisfied with the branch. But for this few hiccups, I am not able to continue with the bank. I think I should not continue with the bank. This is my information, and for that you have to take care and ask the concerns to do the needful. And for that, I am not taking you much time. So it's thanks to all the members, worthy members of the board and chairman, Mr. Mahija. That is so nice of you. Thank you. And
thank you. We look into this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Speaker number 10, Navy Capital Management, had registered, however, has not joined the meeting. Speaker number 11, Kishori Suresh Bhave, had registered, however, has not connected to the meeting. Speaker number 12 is Prathamesh Vikas Dakwe. We've given you permission to speak. Ms. Dakwe, you can just go ahead and ask your question.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Thank you very much, ma'am. I am Vasudha Vikas Dakwe, talking on behalf of my son, Mr. Prathamesh Vikas Dakwe. I have facing a lot of problems in transferring my physical shares into Demat. Secondly, I am also facing the problem in my unclaimed dividend. Lots of mails I have sent to our RTA, but there is not a positive response from them. Please look into this matter and solve my problems as soon as possible. Secondly, I would like to ask how many new branches you are going to open in the rural areas. With this, I support all the resolution. Thank you very much and wish the company all the best for coming financial years. And I also request, please give me the appointment of our company secretary to solve me these problems. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite speaker number 13. It is Mr. S.K. Lemier. Mr. Lemier, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen. You will be able to unmute your audio and video. You can ask your question. Mr. S.K. Lemier, could you please unmute your audio and video and ask your question?
Yeah. Hello.
We can hear you, Mr. Lemier. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. A very good morning to our respected chairman, MD, the board members, and all participants. I am Sanat Kumar Limaye. Sir, at the outset, I want to congratulate Mr. Chaudhary and his entire team for the excellent results. Our share price has zoomed by 34% since last AGM. Paying for Citibank acquisition from P&L account and not from reserves was a very wise decision. With increase in business, the results for next year would be robust and hopefully dividend would be ₹10 per share. I am a shareholder since IPO in 1998 and have more than 10,000 shares on date. I also have savings, Demat, trading account, all with our bank. I am a Burgundy customer. Sir, I want to know whether the bank has any provision to compensate its customers if they incur financial loss for errors or mistakes committed in bank's functioning. It is gross injustice to them if they lose money because someone in the bank did not do his job properly or some system failed. It may be a minuscule amount for the bank, but it is considerable for a small investor. The bank earns 68% of fee income, which was 16,500 crores last time, from retail segment. It should protect their interest too. Sir, to elaborate, I have suffered a loss of 16,000 rupees because shares offered by me and blocked by the bank in a buyback offer were not transferred to RTA or managers in time. Even the government has an investor protection fund to safeguard interest of small investors. Our bank should also have some in-house arrangement so that customers are not penalized for no fault of theirs. So please formulate some customer-friendly policy on this. Sir, next one question I have. Do we have any plans to hive off our subsidiary? That is one question, sir. One suggestion I have is that we should aggressively go for home loans, which is a very lucrative sector, growing sector, and the risks are also less. And finally, sir, just one thing. I wanted to change some 2,000 rupees notes in my bank branch. They gave me a big form. They asked me whether I am account holder or not. I said I am Burgundy. Then they said only 10 notes can be changed at a time. Then I just came out and went to a public sector bank where also I have an account. They also told me that 10,000, but then I said it is if I stand in the queue and then again I come in the queue, you again change it. Those are no forms, no questions. They changed my 21 notes. So thank you very much and have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Lemier.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member, Mrs. Subrata Datta. Request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question. Mr. Datta, could you please go ahead with your question? Your audio is unmuted.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can.
Good morning, Chairman and Board of Directors. I have I can't see you.
We can see you and hear you.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, no problem. I have a very serious issues to submit to this AGM. I am facing as a customer of Burgundy customer of this bank, as also as a shareholder. First, my issue number one is I have a joint account with my daughter as a Burgundy account holder, and she is abroad now, and she used her debit card for withdrawing money from abroad. She is there since 2022, and still she is outside India. But during entire year, she withdraw her money from the debit card by the debit card, and it was okay. But on July 23rd, 2023, this year, she was presented with an outstanding TCS demand of 1,34,000. My question is that how a TCS can be outstanding? TCS need to be collected at the time of transaction. If there is any deficit amount, the transaction should not go. But here they allowed all the transactions, and after the close of the financial year of 22-23, now in 23-24, if financial year, they are placing a demand of 1,34,000 as outstanding TCS. Where from she will pay? She is having her account, and it is apparent that it is the fault of either the software or your person for not debiting the TCS. So why should she be penalized? How can she pay the outstanding TCS? Where from she should pay? One question, and I contacted by local branch, submitted a written complaint. I contacted the regional manager with a written complaint, but no reply has been received by me. And this is the position of a Burgundy account holder with his daughter outside India, facing extreme difficulties in maintaining her daily expenses because her account has been blocked and placed on a negative balance. So even if I want, I cannot support her financially. So this is the position of a customer and as a shareholder having a Burgundy account with your bank. And I think it is a very essential and urgent matter to look into. One thing, and next my suggestion is about your age reward points. This is a very funny thing. They offer two options. One is for items to be selected for purchase, and another is discount coupons. But I have ordered some items. They have debited from my age rewards point, but the items never reached me. I think it is a fraud is being perpetrated at that point. And my third suggestion would be why my bank do not accept cash deposit to convert into demand draft. The State Bank accept it to issue demand draft, and my Axis Bank do not accept it. And I think by this way, they are losing a huge amount of money through the service charge and all these things. I think you should look into these three matters. And again, I emphasize, please look into my first point where I am facing a problem as a Burgundy customer, and my daughter is in a very difficult state abroad due to blockage of her account and placing it on a negative balance for fault of your bank or your software or your persons. She cannot be penalized. Thank you, sir. I won't take any more.
We will look into this.
Thank you very much. I now invite our next speaker member, Speaker number 15, Tejas Shah. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video and ask your question. Mr. Shah, could you please unmute your audio and video?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. माननीय चेयरमैन सर और बोर्ड के सभी सदस्यगण और खास हमारे शेयर होल्डर्स के प्रतिनिधि मनोज कोहली जी, पीएन प्रसाद जी, मल्लिकार्जुन जी और गिरीश परांजपे जी। सर, एनुअल रिपोर्ट की थीम ओपन टू विन टुगेदर है, पर मुझे लगता है कि ओपन टू विन ही है। टुगेदर वर्ड सही मायनों में मिसिंग है सर, क्योंकि आप सभी इन्वेस्टर को साथ लेके नहीं चलना चाहते सर। सर, आपने स्पीकर रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए सिर्फ 2 दिन, वो भी फिक्स डेट पर ही क्यों रखा है सर? दूसरी कंपनी में मीटिंग के पहले कोई भी दिन आप ईमेल कर सकते हो और हमारे वहाँ फिक्स 2 दिन ही रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए रखा है। अगर कोई चूक गया तो उसे आप बोलने का मौका नहीं देता है, जो मुझे लास्ट 2 ईयर से अनुभव हो चुका है। तो ऐसा क्यों सर? क्या हम नहीं चाहते हैं कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा इन्वेस्टर्स एजीएम अटेंड करें और अकाउंट्स पे अपना ओपिनियन दे? सर, अगर कोई शेयर होल्डर कुछ भी कहेगा तो वो कंपनी के अच्छे फ्यूचर के लिए ही कहेगा सर। सर, इसीलिए मुझे लगता है कि ओपन टू विन टुगेदर में टुगेदर वर्ड मिसिंग है सर। लास्ट एजीएम में मैंने इसके बारे में अभिजीत जी सर को कहा था और सभी इंडिपेंडेंट जी सर जो को भी कहा था, लेकिन उसमें कोई चेंज नहीं आया सर। मुझे खास शिकायत सभी इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर से ही है कि मैंने लास्ट एजीएम में कहा था, फिर भी क्यों आपने इस साल भी मैनेजमेंट को इसके लिए परमिशन दी? क्या आप सही मायने में इंडिपेंडेंट हो सर? क्या आपको खाली अपनी सिटिंग फीस से ही मतलब है? क्या आप बोर्ड मीटिंग में चाय नाश्ता करने के लिए ही जाते हो सर? क्या आपको इन्वेस्टर के हित में काम करना नहीं चाहते आप? क्या मैनेजमेंट आपकी नहीं सुनता है? और इसीलिए क्या एस विश्वनाथ जी और वसंता गोविंदा जी ने रेजिग्नेशन दे दिया है? मेरी आप सभी इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर से अपील है कि आगे से ऐसा ना हो, इसकी जिम्मेदारी आपकी है। और सर, मुझे एक डिटेल चाहिए कि पिछले 3 साल में जब से ऑडियो विजुअल मीटिंग चालू हुई है, तब से कितने शेयर होल्डर्स ने या इन्वेस्टर ने ईमेल के जरिए रजिस्ट्रेशन का रिक्वेस्ट भेजा है? उसकी एक मुझे राइटिंग में डिटेल्स सर चाहिए। दूसरा सर, एनुअल रिपोर्ट और सब्सिडरीज बैलेंस शीट की हार्ड कॉपी के लिए मैंने सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को ईमेल किया था और उन्होंने तुरंत भिजवा दिया था। उसके लिए मैं उनका आभारी हूँ। लेकिन जो सब्सिडरीज बैलेंस शीट मुझे मिली है, उसमें कोई सब्सिडरीज बिल्कुल छोटे अक्षरों है, जो बिना चश्मे नहीं पढ़ सकता कोई भी इंसान। कोई सब्सिडरीज में प्रॉपर प्रिंटिंग नहीं है, कुछ पढ़ नहीं सकते बिल्कुल भी। कोई सब्सिडरीज में बीच में 1-2 ब्लैंक पेपर है, तो कोई सब्सिडरीज में पेपर उल्टे सीधे लगे हुए हैं सर। तो सर, ऐसा क्यों? सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को चेक करके भेजना चाहिए ना सर। सर, मेरी 2-3 क्वेरीज है। उसमें पहला अपनी एक सब्सिडरीज कंपनी है एक्सिस म्यूचुअल फंड ट्रस्टीज, जिसमें अपनी रेवेन्यू अप्रोक्स 1 करोड़ जैसी है और उसमें आपने सिटिंग फी 83 लाख दिया है सर, जो लास्ट ईयर 32 लाख थी। इस साल आपने रेवेन्यू के 80 to 85% सिटिंग फीस दिया है सर। सर, इतना सारा देने की क्या जरूरत है सर? इसके पीछे का लॉजिक कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है सर, इसको आप जरा समझाइए मुझे। दूसरा सर, वही सब्सिडरीज में एक्सिस म्यूचुअल फंड ट्रस्टीज में ही पेज नंबर 24 में नोट नंबर 10 ट्रेड रिसीवेबल, में आपने जो डिटेल्स दिया है वो 2022-23 की जगह 2023-24 की दी है सर। तो 2024 तो अभी तक आया नहीं है, तो सर हम क्यों इतना आगे चले गए हैं सर। तीसरा सर, अपनी एक दूसरी सब्सिडरीज है एक्सिस कैपिटल, उसमें नोट नंबर 30 अदर एक्सपेंसेस में प्रिंटिंग एंड स्टेशनरी में लास्ट ईयर जो 2 लाख था खाली, जो ये साल बढ़ के 290 लाख यानी 150 गुना बढ़ गया अंदाज से। तो इतना सारा क्यों बढ़ गया सर, इसकी डिटेल और बाइफर्केशन मुझे राइटिंग में भेज देना सर। दूसरा, एक्सिस फाइनेंस, उसमें नोट नंबर 10 प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट में व्हीकल्स में 240 लाख की व्हीकल्स लिया है सर। तो ये कौन कौन से व्हीकल्स लिए हैं, कौन कौन सी गाड़ियां लिया है, क्या इनमें कोई डायरेक्टर की गाड़ी है? और अपनी कंपनी सर फाइनेंस की है, तो इसमें इतने सारे व्हीकल्स की क्या जरूरत पड़ गई सर, उसका मुझे जरा एलोबरेट करना। दूसरा सर, एक्सिस फाइनेंस में रिलेटेड पार्टी ट्रांजेक्शन में लोन टू केएमपी है 119 लाख। तो सर ये किसको दिया है और क्यों दिया है और उसका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट क्या है, उसकी डिटेल दीजिएगा सर। और लास्ट में एक पेमेंट टेक्निक एक्सिस।
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Tejas, I request you to
बोलिए।
please finish the question faster. There are other participants waiting for their turn, sir.
मैडम, हमने चेयरमैन सर को आधे घंटे से ज्यादा सुना है, तो आप मुझे 3 से 5 मिनट दे सकते हो मैडम, थैंक यू।
Okay.
दूसरा सर, फ्री चार्जेबल टेक्नोलॉजी जो है, जो उसमें हमने डाउटफुल डिपॉजिट्स है 362 लैक्स की, तो उसका एक मुझे बाइफर्केशन दीजिएगा सर। और लास्ट में सर, अभिजीत जी सर, आपसे मुझे जानना है कि मैं अक्सर न्यूज़पेपर में अपनी बैंक का नाम पढ़ता हूँ कि आरबीआई ने नॉन कंप्लायंस के कारण और फेलियर ऑफ कंप्लायंस के कारण कभी 30 लाख की पेनल्टी लगाई, कभी 93 लाख की पेनल्टी लगाई, कभी 5 करोड़ की पेनल्टी लगाई। और दूसरा, अपनी कंपनी के साथ 30 करोड़ का फ्रॉड हुआ, कभी एक ऐसा भी आया था कि एक 1030 करोड़ का फ्रॉड हुआ था। तो सर ऐसा क्या चलता ही रहेगा क्या, और ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है अपनी बैंक के साथ? ये अपनी बैंक और सभी इन्वेस्टर के लिए अच्छी बात नहीं है। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker member, number 16, Radhe Shyam Prasad, had registered, however, has not joined. We will therefore move to our next speaker member, number 17, Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. Mr. Saraf, could you please unmute your audio and video and ask your question?
हेलो।
Yes, sir.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक, सदस्यगण, अधिकारीगण और मेरे शेयर और भाई बहनों जो आज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस प्रेजेंट है, मैं संतोष कुमार साहब कलकत्ता से आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूं सर।
नमस्कार जी।
आशा करता हूँ आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी अधिकारीगण हैं और जो भी आप प्रेजेंट है, अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में होंगे सर। मैं मैनेजमेंट को धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर, काफी मेहनत करके इसको बढ़ाया। आज से 1000 रुपया शेयर का दाम होने जा रहा है, किसी जमाने में 2810 रुपया हुआ करता था सर। ये मेहनत का फल है मैनेजमेंट का जो आगे बढ़ा। और सर आपने 1 रुपया डिविडेंड दिया, उसके लिए भी धन्यवाद दूंगा सर। बहुत मेरे आगे बहुत लोगों ने बहुत प्रश्न भी किए सर, तो बहुत लोगों ने कंप्लेंट भी की सर। तो शायद ये मैं समझता हूँ ये वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग अकाउंट्स के लिए इसमें कोई कंप्लेंट का स्थान नहीं होना चाहिए। तो बेकार में जो स्पीकर से लोग उनका समय बर्बाद करते हैं सर। कोई बात नहीं, जैसा जिनकी हैबिट होती है सर। मैं एक ही प्रश्न करूंगा सर, आर्टिफिशियल जो अपने फ्रॉड हो रहे हैं, इसके लिए आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की क्या व्यवस्था कर रहे हैं? आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का अभी जमाना है सर, तो इसको यूज में ला के, जैसे इनकम टैक्स में गवर्नमेंट भी यूज में ला रही है और ला के 1 लाख इनकम टैक्स पेड को अभी नोटिस भेजा है। तो आप भी सर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? और आपकी जो इसके टेक्निकल वाले हैं उनसे एडवाइस लेके मैं चाहूंगा इसका यूज करें और ज्यादा मैं समय निकलूंगा सर। ये बीसी मीटिंग काफी अच्छी होती है और मैं कहूँगा कंटिन्यूस बीसी मीटिंग में रखिए, जिससे बाहर वाले शेयर होल्डर जो है आपकी सिटी के बाहर वाले वो हम अटेंड कर सकें, हमारे जो डायरेक्टर है जो नहीं आ सके वो भी अपनी जगह से अटेंड कर सके। एक बार फिर आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर, अधिकारीगण, जितने भी कर्मचारी है उनको अच्छे रिजल्ट के लिए आभार प्रकट करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान 2023-24 आप सभी के लिए हेल्दी, वेल्दी और प्रॉस्पेरिटी के साथ व्यतीत हो, इंक्लूडिंग अपनी फैमिली के लिए भी प्रार्थना करता हूँ, उनके साथ में भी स्वस्थ और अच्छे से रहे। नमस्कार जी।
नमस्कार जी।
Thank you very much. Our next speaker member, number 18, Mr. Tapan Sumanlal Shah, had registered, however, has not connected. Therefore, we'll move to our speaker number 19, that's Bijan Mondal. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and ask your question. Mr. Bijan Mondal, request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question. So looks like your microphone is still muted. Can you please unmute? Yes, and ask your question, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I am a shareholder of the company, and I am also I have the fixed deposit and savings account in bank and also in mutual fund.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Mondal. Can you just hold the microphone a little closer to you and speak? We can't hear you that clearly.
Can you listen? I have muted already. Okay. Now the thing is that I have recently gone through your financial and I found that there is a vast improvement in your financial performance in the last financial year, and particularly in the ongoing financial year in the first quarter, you have earned 75 rupees per share as EPS on annualized basis. It is really impressive. But sir, the dividend you have paid is only 1 rupee per share. I would ask you to review the dividend distribution policy. And secondly, you can, okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from speaker number 20, Meena Agarwal. Request you to please unmute your audio and ask your question.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Respected Chairman, Mr. Rakesh Makhija, MD and CEO Amitabh Chaudhary, CFO Puneet Sharma, and CS Sandeep Podar. So there were 18 resolutions to be voted for, which I voted. So, yeah. Sir, 1 second, sir. The performance of the bank has been very good. The PAT was about 23,172 crores before the exceptional item of 12,000 crores plus due to the acquisition of Citibank's India operations. Sir. Had that not been there, our EPS would have been 71 rupees instead of the 31 rupees. So the only agreement that I can have is that growth will always be there in the bank, and the bank will always need funds for growth, sir. You have done an EPS even after the exceptional items of rupees 31, and you have given a dividend of rupees only 1, sir, which is less than about 1%, less than 1% of 0.3% of the EPS, sir. So do consider of a better payout ratio. This thing is very low. We invest to get returns from the bank, sir. But if you're going to give 1 rupee out of 31 rupees, it is very low. Sir, and the net worth of the bank has increased to 1,24,000. This thing is all very good. My grievance is only on the rupee 1 dividend that you have declared on earnings of 31 rupees plus. It is not sufficient, sir. Do consider better interim dividend or better thing. Even the bonuses are due from the bank, which is not there after having such a strong balance sheet of 1,24,993 net worth and a book value of 406 on a face value of 2 rupees, sir. So I wish the company all the best for the future growth, and my grievance you will take into consider. Thank you, sir. Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal.
Thank you. We will now move to our next speaker member, Mr. Praful Chawla, speaker number 21. I request you to please unmute your audio and video and ask your question.
Hello.
Go ahead, Mr. Chawla.
चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, हैदराबाद से मैं प्रफुल्ल चावड़ा बोल रहा हूँ। बहुत शेयर होल्डर ने बहुत कुछ बोल दिया है, तो मैं इससे अलग थोड़ा बोलना चाहता हूँ। फर्स्ट तो जो मैं आपका कस्टमर हूँ और आपके बैंक एसएमएस चार्ज लगाती है, तो आजकल एसएमएस तो फ्री है, तो भी बैंक को पूरे क्लाइंटों से एसएमएस चार्ज लगाने से कितना इनकम होता है और इसमें आप लोग कितना खर्चा करते हैं, कितना बेनिफिट होता है आपको एसएमएस चार्ज लगाने से, वो बताएंगे। सीनियर सिटीजनों के लिए क्या सर्विस दे रहे आप बैंक के अंदर या बैंक के बाहर भी, जो भी आपका सिस्टम के अंदर आता है, इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा देना या फिक्स डिपॉजिट में जो भी है वो बताएंगे। एचयूएफ अकाउंट खोलने के लिए आपके पास कोई सिस्टम नहीं है ऐसा मालूम हो रहा है। मैं बैंक में खुद गया था, मैं एचयूएफ का अकाउंट खुलाने, तो वो लोग बोले हमको पता नहीं है क्या होता क्या नहीं होता है। बाद में बोलते हैं शाम को आओ, सुबह आओ, अभी एक आदमी आता है उसको पता चलता है। यानी कि सीनियर सिटीजन को भी बैंक में सर्विस मिलने के बदले फिर आते हैं। एटीएम से अभी क्या बेनिफिट मिलता है? एटीएम से बेनिफिट बहुत सा खत्म हो गया है। जो थोड़े लोग हैं एटीएम यूज करते हैं, बाकी लोग तो सब्जी मंडी वाले भी 1 रुपया 2 रुपया भी पेटीएम से एटीएम से लेते हैं। जो एम्प्लॉयज है आपका लोन पास करते हैं, लोन पास करके इसकी जिम्मेदारी रहनी चाहिए लोन रिकवर करने की। वो लोग दूसरी जगह पे चले जाते हैं, रिकवरी एजेंट आपका जो भी है वो रिकवरी को जाते हैं। रिकवरी के बाद नहीं, रिकवरी नहीं होती तो आप कोई मकान है तो इसका ऑक्शन कर देते हैं, या कोई 2 व्हीलर है 4 व्हीलर का ऑक्शन करते हैं। मकान तो ठीक आप उठा नहीं सकते हो, परंतु आप बैंक वाले आके कार उठा के लेके जाते हैं, 2 व्हीलर उठा के लेके जाते हैं, वो कोई कचरे कुंडी में डाल देते हैं। मैं 1 साल 2 साल पड़ा रहता है, फिर ऑक्शन करते हैं, फिर 2 साल का जो रेंट होता है वो भी बैंक खरीदने वाले से वसूल करते हैं। क्यों ना इमीडिएटली बैंक वाले कार का ऑक्शन, कार जो आदमी लिया उसके घर के ऊपर किया जाए, ताकि बस्ती वाले को मालूम पड़ता है कि ये कितना कमीना आदमी है कि बैंक के लोन लेके लोन नहीं भरता है और गाड़ी में फिरता है। ताकि ऐसे लोग ओपन होना चाहिए, ताकि लोन लेने वाला समझे और लोन भरे आपको, ऐसा होना चाहिए सर। दूसरी बात है, अभी हमारे एक साथी शोल्डर ने बोले कंपनी के साथ बहुत फ्रॉड हुआ है। फ्रॉड कैसे हुआ था सर? आपके घर के पैसे से 1 रुपया का फ्रॉड हुआ है क्या? आपका घर का 1 रुपया गया तो आप रात में नींद नहीं आती, और बैंक का फ्रॉड हुआ है तो खुशी से आप टाई बाई कोट पैंट पहन के आ जाते हैं। तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। बैंक से ज्यादा इंक्वायरी करे, जिसको पैसे दिए इसको फ्रॉड कैसा कर सकते? आपके पास सिस्टम नहीं है क्या? अगर फ्रॉड करके आप छोड़ दे रहे तो मेरे को भी 200-500 करोड़ रुपए दे दो और मैं जेल में जाने को तैयार हूँ। 10 साल की जेल होती है, 500 करोड़ रुपये अगर मिलता है तो मैं लेने को तैयार हूँ। ऐसा मत करो सर, फ्रॉड आपकी मिली भगत से होती होंगी, नहीं तो फ्रॉड नहीं होती है। और सर दूसरी बात रखना चाहता हूँ कि 1 ईयर, दूसरा कुछ बात नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ, जो भी है वो इतना ही बस है। परंतु आप एक ही बात बोलना चाहता हूँ, मैं अभी 21 नंबर आया तब तक देखा कि आपका भी हेल्थ अच्छा नहीं है, तो आपकी अब छुट्टी लेके दूसरे को बिठाना चाहिए था। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, number 22. That is Dilip Kumar Jain. Mr. Jain, please accept the prompt on your screen. You may unmute your audio and video and then ask your question. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to please remain connected while Mr. Jain unmutes his audio and video.
Hello.
So please
Yes,
go
Mr.
ahead.
Jain, go ahead. Yes, Jai Jinendra, चेयरमैन सर एंड बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई आपको इतने बढ़िया रिजल्ट्स देने के लिए, और बैंक को लगातार नई ऊंचाइयां देने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत आभार, शुक्रिया। और एक चीज मैं सर ये कहना चाह रहा था कि सर वैसे तो सारे पैनलिस्ट ने इतना कुछ बोल दिया कि आगे कुछ बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन ये बात तो जरूर है कि जो फ्रॉड्स हो रहे हैं जिसमें आरबीआई को बार बार पेनल्टी, बैंक को पेनलाइज करना पड़ता है, और ये इस तरह की जो आपके ऑफिस के लेवल पे जो पेनल्टीज लगती हैं आरबीआई से, तो वो उस तरह के फ्रॉड्स में भी जो हो रहा है ये और एक अपने एनपीएस कितने हैं, कितने रिकवर हुए इस साल में, और पिछली क्या पोजीशन चल रही है, मतलब 2020 से लेके कोविड पीरियड से लेके अब तक में कितने अपने एनपीए नए हुए हैं और कितने रिकवर हुए हैं, क्योंकि आज सुनने में आ रहा है कि इतने 10 लाख से ऊपर के 10 लाख करोड़ से ऊपर के एनपीए रिकवर हुए हैं, तो अपने यहाँ उसका अमाउंट क्या है। एक चीज मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि सर आपके जो अभी स्पीकर के लिए जो आपके रजिस्ट्रेशन का था मैटर, उसमें 2 दिन दिए गए, और उसमें भी ये हुआ कि एनएसडीएल की साइट देके और छोड़ दिया गया उसको। मैंने जो आपके संदीप जी हैं, इनको 2 बार फोन करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन मेरा फोन नहीं उठा, और उसमें केवल एनएसडीएल वाला ही लॉगिन कर सकता है, सीडीएसएल वाले को लॉगिन करने के लिए कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था, जिसके लिए मैंने एनएसडीएल मिस्टर अनुभव सक्सेना जो है, उन्होंने मेरे को 3 बार कहा सॉरी, बोले मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता, ये एक सिस्टम में वहीं से गड़बड़ हुई है। उसके बाद आपके यहाँ से कॉल आई है, और उसके बाद मेरे को एज ए स्पीकर ऐड किया है उन्होंने। तो इस तरह से सर मेरे जैसे कितने सफर रहे होंगे जो वाकई में बोलना चाहते हैं, और मान लो बैंक के इंटरेस्ट में कोई बोलना चाहते हैं, तो उसके लिए बैंक को इस तरह से इतना बड़ा फॉल्ट अगर मैनेजमेंट लेवल पे आईटी टीम की तरफ से हो रहा है आपके, इसमें सीडीएसएल के मेंबर्स क्यों लॉगिन ही नहीं कर सकते, तो सर बहुत बड़ी चीज है, इस चीज को ध्यान देने वाली बात है। और जो सेक्रेटरी सर जो फोन नहीं उठाते हैं, उनको बड़ी मुश्किल से मैंने इनका नंबर कलेक्ट किया, उसके बाद 2 बार फोन किया, मेरा फोन पिक नहीं हुआ। मिस्टर संदीप पोद्दार जो हैं आपके सेक्रेटरी, और सर मतलब इस तरह की जो चीजें होती है, ये बैंक की इमेज को डेंट करने के लिए बहुत अच्छी नहीं लगती हैं, बहुत इमेज डेंट होती है। बाकी आप सभी का बहुत बहुत आभार, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मुझे इतना बोलने देने के लिए, आपको सभी को। और जयपुर का भी हो तो जयपुर में एक चीज और मैं सर 1 मिनट लेना चाहूंगा, बरकत नगर ब्रांच में सीनियर
Mr. Jain, I think you have muted your audio, sir. Can you please unmute and speak? We lost your audio.
यस सर, मैं बरकत नगर ब्रांच में गया था, और वहां मैंने कहा था कि मेरे को सीनियर सिटीजन एफडी खुलवानी है, तो उन्होंने कहा कि साहब हम अरेंज कर लेंगे। लेकिन उस बात को आज 6 महीने 8 महीने होने के बाद भी आज तक न तो कोई कॉल आई उनकी तरफ से, न कोई बंदा भेजा उन्होंने कि वो कलेक्ट कर ले, जबकि मैं उनसे कह के आया था। उन्होंने कहा कि सर हम कल परसों में हमारा जो बंदा आएगा वो आपके पास आके सब चीज कलेक्ट कर लेगा। तो सर अगर मान लीजिए ये शेयर होल्डर्स के साथ ऐसी स्थिति है, तो जनरल पब्लिक के साथ क्या होता होगा। आई कांट से आप कुछ प्रिज्यूम कर सकते हैं, आप डिसीजन लीजिए इस बारे में। और इतनी जो पब्लिक, जो सारे शेयर होल्डर्स इतनी बातें कह रहे हैं कि ये इस तरह की हो रही है सबके साथ में, तो सर इस पे ध्यान दीजिए। और पर्टिकुलर अगर कोई शेयर होल्डर बैंक में ब्रांच में कोई जाता है और शेयर कहता है कि एज ए शेयर होल्डर आया है, तो उसको कम से कम एडिशनल ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिले, एक एक्स्ट्रा ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिले, तो कम से कम इतना तो हो कि वो उसको प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट तो मिले। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you very much. So that was the last question. Over to you for further proceedings.
So thank you for all the questions that you posed. We will respond to these questions. I'm going to ask Mr. Amitabh Chaudhary, our CEO, to respond to specifically the questions that you raised, and we go one by one. Thank you. Amitabh, over to you.
Thank you, Chairman. I will try to answer all the questions in seriatim. If there is an overlap in the questions, then we'll cover them once, and obviously we'll not repeat it again. Mr. Bakshi, we're starting with you. Thank you so much for being a account holder of the bank and a shareholder. I think you do a lot of business with the bank, so do thank from the on behalf of the management team for doing business with us. Your first question was around various loans, especially the SME loans. SME loans increased by 23% year on year in first quarter of financial year 24. They account for 11% of total advances. Our small business banking, SME, what we call the CBG side, and mid-corporate book grew at a CAGR of 27% in the last 3 years. We today have 8.4% market share in the overall industry MSME credit.
Also, you would note that our small business banking, SME, and the mid-corporate book accounts for close to 20% of the overall advances of the bank. You asked about data centers, the two data centers in Mumbai and Bangalore. Both data centers are located in different seismic zones, so they're connected to redundant wide area network, connected to all branches and offices. We have set up a refresh near DR also for critical applications. We conduct regular DR drills. These are not one-day drills. They are drills which last for many days, and we conduct them on a regular basis. And these reports are submitted to the regulator also. We are continuing to evaluate our data center strategy, and we might add more data centers as we move along. As far as digital business is concerned, 70% of the new savings account acquisition is coming through digital means. 72% of individual retail term deposits are being booked through digital means. 55% of our personal loans are being disbursed through digital means. As the chairman highlighted in the speech, digital bank and digital banking is an important initiative for the bank, and we are pushing ourselves in the digital domain through what we're calling Access Digital True strategy. Our idea there is to create a digital bank where all liabilities and assets are sourced end-to-end digitally. That business is growing rapidly, and we believe that that could be the future of banking in India, and Access will play an important role in it. You talked about energy initiatives. We have initiatives around green buildings, around daily recycling, around rainwater harvesting, replacement of conventional lights, and so on and so forth. Some of these initiatives have been highlighted quite clearly in our annual report. You'll be delighted to know that we are the first bank to actually have a separate ESG committee of the board, and the board committee is driving a lot of the ESG agenda in the bank. You talked about CSR spends in 22-23. This was 201.92 crores. We have a clear plan for NPA reduction. We have some of the steps which we have taken for minimizing NPAs in future and changes in loan sanctioning process. A lot of you have asked the question. So we firstly continue to review our underwriting policies and processes to ensure origination level checks are duly implemented to onboard good quality borrowers, both on the wholesale and the retail side. Internal rating forms the core of the risk management process for wholesale lending business, with internal ratings determining the acceptability of risk, maximum exposure ceiling, sanctioning authority, pricing decisions, and review frequency. The bank also monitors the performance of borrowers through a mix of internal and external sources, alerts for potential weakening and frauds, etc. And we have a lot of parameters being monitored to ensure that we are on top of the situation at all times. Also, finally, the bank has specialized collections and resolution teams in retail as well as wholesale banking. These teams engage with individual borrowers or corporates to explore multiple alternatives to resolve and avoid slippages. You had a question on tech spends. 8.6% of our total spends in financial year 23 was tech spends. It is growing at 24% year on year and was 2,355 crores last year. Marketing spends was 144 crores last year, which is all about building our brand and pushing our agenda on some specific solutions which we are offering to our customers. So those are the questions asked by Mr. Bakshi. Mr. Sunil Modok, again, thank you for being a customer of the bank. Sincerely appreciated. You asked a question on trading profit as to why it is negative. There was increase in interest rates in the market. There is no economic loss because of the change in interest rates and how they move. We have to revalue the securities on an ongoing basis. Just as an example, against a loss last year, our first quarter profit, in the first quarter of this financial year, our trading side of the business has generated a profit. So it is something which goes up and down. You also asked a question on the employee strength. As on 30th June 2023, we have 94,824 employees on rolls of the bank. We have added 8,366 staff in the last 1 year. 3,200 employees joined from Citi. People have asked a lot of questions on diversity. As of March 2023, we have 25.7% of our employees who are women. This ratio has changed over the last 2 years by more than 2 percentage points. So it's an important ESG agenda of the bank, and we are pushing ourselves, and there is a clear plan outlined to the board, which is being monitored quite closely as to how we continue to push our diversity ratio as an institution. We have signed up for a target of 30% by 2027. We have, on a temporary side, 200 plus freelancers who work for the bank, and there are 3,500 plus what we call gig employees, which is employees who work offline for a limited period of time on a daily basis with the bank. You asked about number of branches in India. We have today 4,910 branches and 15,953 ATMs. Mr. Gola, again, thanks for being an account holder. We insist on a minimum balance because a lot of free services are provided. We have tried the zero balance strategy in the past, not very successfully. You asked questions. I think they have already been answered. Mr. Rajendra Prasad Joshi, you had, again, thank you so much for being an account holder. You talked about the physical copy of the annual report not being received. We'll ensure that it gets to you as quickly as possible. You requested for this report as for our data on 27th of July at 7:35 p.m. We will send it today. Number of branches we propose to open in 23-24 is 500. We expect to close that activity by somewhere in January, February of this financial year. There is a clear plan in place. Branches at the locations have been identified. The work is on in many of those branches, and as and when the work gets completed, we'll open the branches. But the plan is to open 500 branches in this financial year. We opened 186 branches last year. And as required by RBI, 25% of those branches will be in the rural area. As far as CASA ratio improvements are concerned, our deposit franchise continues to grow faster than industry with improvement in both quality and composition. We are very focused on granular retail deposits. We have gained incremental market share of 6.3% in the last 1 year. Our focus also is on productivity and micro market strategy, premiumization, and we are obviously coming up with curated product propositions so that we can attract very specific customer segments through the process. Mr. Elija Devi, though you had, I think your son was speaking, you have no questions. I do want to thank you for being an account holder and sincerely appreciate you using our services. Mr. Sangvi, you talked to us about and asked us a question on ESG and CSR initiatives. As far as CSR activities are concerned, what we have is a flagship livelihoods program managed by Axis Bank Foundation, which has reached close to 1.3 million households as of March 2023. The bank has also, as the chairman highlighted, entered into a partnership with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, to establish the Axis Bank Center for Mathematics and Computing at the campus. Under Axis Dilse, the bank's flagship program in education, the bank has expanded its partnership with the Indian Army and Assam Rifles to establish centers of excellence in the Northeast. The bank is supporting the CM RISE program, focusing on the professional development of over 1 lakh government primary teachers covering the entire state of MP. We also have a flagship program under the theme of environment. Our mission is 2 million trees, wherein it has committed to planting these trees by 2027. As far as exposure to Adani Group is concerned, let me assure you, we extend credit basis comfort on cash flow, security, and repayment capability of the obligors as per bank's credit assessment framework. We remain comfortable with our exposure to Adani Group. This is the same. We had sent a notice to the stock exchange around our exposure, I think approximately 6 months back. Right now, the overall exposure constitutes less than 1% of the net advances of the bank. So we believe that we are at a comfortable situation. A question was on the benefits from the city acquisition. We believe this acquisition positions Axis Bank very strongly for accelerated premium market share growth. And this is in line with Axis Bank's growth ambitions. This has given us an access to large pool of affluent customers and a franchise of more than 9 lakh customers. Our CASA ratio is improved by 150 basis points. It has consolidated our position in the card business with the addition of 1.8 million cards. We have already 43% growth in card advances. We have already identified more than 60 plus initiatives across revenue and cost aspects, and the work is already going on. This acquisition will become ROE accretive from financial year 25 onwards. Let me assure you, we are encouraging young talent and a lot of young talent. Subrat Mohanty, who's just been appointed as the executive director of the bank, his age is 46. Since you asked a specific question about our CFO, I'm delighted to tell you his age is 48, which is below 50. a large number of presidents are, at the age of sub 50. So that is again something which we monitor on an ongoing basis in the bank, and we are promoting a lot of young talent. Mr. Devan, again, thank you so much for being an account holder and doing business with us. You talked about the bonus issue. Issuance of bonus shares obviously requires consideration of various factors like adherence to capital adequacy requirements, regulatory guidelines, ability of the bank to service increased capital, impact on future profits available for being retained for planned growth, dilution earnings per share, etc., etc. We will continue to do what is in the best interest of the bank and the shareholders. And please be assured that when we are in a position to declare bonus shares, we will definitely do so. You also talked about some specific issues with regard to your Burgundy account. I will ensure that someone reaches out to you in the next 24 hours. Continuing with the questions, Mrs. Dakwe, I think the mother spoke. Sanjeev will be in touch with you with regard to your issues on the, changing from physical to DMAT. I have already addressed your issue with the number of branches in the rural side. Mr. Lime, again, thanks for being an account holder and a Burgundy customer. As far as you talked about the buyback offer, there is no such offer given by the bank. You talked about some loss. We will ensure that, again, someone reaches out to you to fully understand what your issue is. You talked about plans to hive off any subsidiary. We have been quite categorical that we firstly want to push a one access strategy within the bank so that we benefit from the bank and all the subsidiaries coming together in front of the customers so that we can provide a one-stop shop to our customers and all the bank and the subsidiaries can benefit from it. We will continue to invest and grow our subsidiaries unless it is required by the regulators to divest some of our shareholding. Let's see as to how this pans out. But right now, at this point in time, there is no work afoot which will lead to any dilution of our stake in any of the subsidiaries. You will actually see us continuing to infuse capital in some of the subsidiaries if that is required for the growth purposes. Mr. Subrata Datta, again, thank you so much for being a Burgundy customer. You talked about a serious issue. Take your feedback on board. We will have relevant officers come back to you for all the personal issues you have highlighted. I think as far as the TCS is concerned, in some cases, the deduction of TCS has not happened. Tax collection at source is something which has to come from the customers concerned, but we will immediately have a conversation with you and try to close it as quickly as possible. You raised issue around some reward points also, so we will take care of it. Shah Saab, आपने कुछ क्वेश्चंस रेज किए थे तो आपने कहा था कि आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन को लेके काफी तकलीफ हुई है, कुछ और लोगों ने भी रजिस्ट्रेशन के बारे में बात की है। मैं आपने जो सब्सिडी फाइनेंशियल्स के बारे में जो भी क्वेश्चंस उठाए हैं, हमें कोशिश करेंगे कि अगले 24 घंटे में आपको जो भी आपने क्वेश्चंस रेज किए उन सबका आपको जवाब मिल जाए। आपने एक्सेस म्यूचुअल फंड ट्रस्टीज, एक्सेस कैपिटल और फ्री चार्ज को लेके क्वेश्चन उठाए हैं। आपने आरबीआई के फ्रॉड्स के बारे में भी बात की है। मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूंगा कि जहां तक फ्रॉड्स का सवाल है, जो आरबीआई के फाइन हमें हुए हैं वो मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में वो फाइन्स जो हैं वो या तो प्रोसेस रिलेटेड इश्यूज पे हैं या करेंसी चेस्ट में उन्होंने कुछ कमियां पाई हैं उनको लेके हैं। आपने जिन फ्रॉड्स को रेफर किया है वो एक फ्रॉड जो आपने 31 करोड़ की जिसके बारे में बात की, वो फ्रॉड है जो मुझे लगता है जो आप नंबर रेफर कर रहे हैं वो हमारी सब्सिडरी में हमारे एक एम्प्लॉई ने फ्रंट रनिंग करके कुछ फ्रॉड किया है जिसके बारे में सभी की रिपोर्ट आई है। उसमें बैंक ने या सब्सिडरी ने कोई लॉस सफर नहीं किया है, बट ये फ्रॉड जरूर हुआ है और उस फ्रॉड को लेके हमने बहुत सारे कदम उठाए हैं और एक्शन लिए हैं। और अगर हमें कहीं भी ऐसी कोई भी दिखेगा कि हमारे कहीं भी कमी है, हम ये एक्शन लेते रहेंगे। ये जो 130 करोड़ फ्रॉड की बात की थी, अब आई एम नॉट अवेयर कि इस तरह का कोई ऐसा फ्रॉड हुआ है। आपने 2 डायरेक्टर्स के बारे में कहा कि उन्होंने रिजाइन कर दिया है क्योंकि वो खुश नहीं है, ऐसा सही नहीं है। मिस्टर विश्वनाथन जो है उनका ही फिनिश हिज रेगुलेटरी टर्म ऑफ 8 years, इसलिए he had to step off from the board because he could not serve beyond that. और जहां तक मिसेस वसंता गोविंदन का सवाल है, UTI withdrew the nomination after it ceased to be a promoter of the bank. तो हमारे किसी भी बोर्ड मेंबर ने रिजाइन नहीं किया है। जहां मिस्टर मंडल और मिस मीना अग्रवाल ने क्वेश्चन रेज किया है कि डिविडेंड केवल ₹1 क्यों है। बैंक हैज फॉर्म्ड अ डिविडेंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पॉलिसी and we're in line with the SEBI requirements of regulations of 2015. This policy lays down the principles and objectives to be considered, and also the regulatory requirements in relation to the declaration of dividend. In view of the overall performance of the bank, and while retaining capital to support future growth, the dividend of ₹1 has been recommended. बैंक की philosophy बड़ी simple है कि एक तरफ हम ये नहीं कर सकते कि एक तरफ हम market में जाएं और capital उठाएं और दूसरी तरफ हम dividend दें और जो जितना amount of dividend मिलते हैं हम फिर जाके market में पैसा उठाएं. तो जब बैंक अपने आप और उसकी जो profit है अपने उसकी growth support कर लेगा, हम जरूर as per that dividend policy ये देखेंगे कि dividend amount increase हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता. सराफ साहब, आपने फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन की बात की थी और आपने कहा था कि उसमें AI यूज कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते. मैं आपको ये अश्योर करना चाहता हूं कि हमारे पास बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग एनालिटिकल डेटा कैपेबिलिटीज हैं जो हम अपने फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन में और बहुत एक्सटेंसिवली यूज करते हैं. हम ऑल्सो बहुत जोर से कदम उठा रहे हैं इससे कि हम एक सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस ऑन AI क्रिएट कर सकें. हम यूज केसेस देख रहे हैं और उसमें वन ऑफ द एलिमेंट जो हम जरूर देखेंगे कि और हम कैसे सक्षम बन सकें फ्रॉड को पकड़ने में. दिलीप जैन साहब, आपने NPA रिकवरी की बात की थी कि कितना हमने NPA है और कितना रिकवरी है. तो हमारे एडिशन ऑफ ग्रॉस NPA ड्यूरिंग 2023 अमाउंटेड टू 14.9 crores as compared to 20,110 crores in 2021-22. उसमें corporate 2,306 crores, CBG was 892 crores and retail was 11,051 crores. Net slippages during 2023 amounted to 3,680 crores as compared to 5,760 crores in 2021-22. Bank has taken steps for improving the credit quality of loan origination by focusing on sanction of high proportion of loans and credit facilities to better rated corporates. The bank's gross NPA ratio declined to 2.02% as on March 2023 from 2.82% as on March 2022, and the net NPA ratio also declined to 0.39% as on March 2023 from 0.73% as on March 2022. I'm delighted to tell you that these numbers are perhaps the best in the banking industry. So please be rest assured that we are firstly watching the gross NPA, net NPA, and the slippages very, very closely. And over time, we have been successful in bringing these numbers down to a point where we are, I think, one of the best in the industry. Recoveries in return of accounts was 2,885 crores, which increased by 22% year on year in financial year 22-23. Jain साहब, आपने क्वेश्चन रेज किया था कि CDSL में shareholders were not able to register. We did not find any such issue with other shareholders. However, क्योंकि आपने issue raise किया है, हम ये इस matter को वापस recheck करेंगे with NSDL. और quite a few people have raised issue on registration. It's a feedback we'll take to heart and we'll ensure that in future some of these issues are brought down. We had no intention of somehow trying to restrict the number of shareholders who could register and ask questions. That is absolutely not the intention. And it is the desire of the board and the management team that every shareholder has a chance to come to these meetings and ask as many questions as they want. Many shareholders have asked a question on reduction in profit in 2023 in comparison to the fact that we were on a certain run rate. The reduction in reported profits and reported shareholder ratio is mainly on account of full amortization of goodwill and intangibles through P&L from acquisition of Citibank India Consumer Business. The amount which we have amortized on intangibles and goodwill is 11,949 crores. We also harmonize our policies, which caused an impact of 232 crores. And we also, the harmonization of policies and operating expense had an impact of 129 crores. We also incurred a one-time acquisition cost of 179 crores. Total impact of 12,489 crores. The banks, someone asked how many, where is the bank CSR activities focused on? They're focused on 4 thematic areas: lives and livelihoods, education, financial literacy and financial inclusion, and environmental sustainability. Modak Saab, you had also asked a question on physically challenged employees. Today we have about close to 50 physically challenged employees in the bank. I think with this, we come to the end of all the questions that were asked. In case if you have missed out on any questions, please do write a mail to us. We will ensure that we come back to you as quickly as possible. All the shareholders who raised issues, specific issues with regards to servicing, and some specific customer issues they have, let me assure you that in the next 24 hours, someone will reach out to you and try to close it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Amitabh. Thank you for responding to the questions. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your participation on the other board. I really am grateful that you took your time out, and I'm pleased to announce the conclusion of the 29th AGM. Please note that the e-voting will remain open for the next 15 minutes. So thank you very much.